CareFinder is a real estate company that focuses on property development within the Gambia. We pride ourselves with providing not just quality and durable houses, but also state-of-the-art designs tailored to our clients' tastes and expectations. Our unique experience and expertise is second to none in the industry. We are currently building and selling 3-bedroom bungalows at Sukuta Traffic Lights and Jabang. We're also building and selling 3-bedroom story buildings at Sukuta Paradise. Other sites are also in the pipeline. With CareFinder, payment options are available. With just 40% deposit, you can get your house started. For more information, contact us on 329-5188, 727-0049, 709-8418. You can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram at CareFinder. With CareFinder, you are assured of a secure investment.
Nyatimbu ntemu APS leti. Ndemu APS leti. APS Gambia lemu APS ti. Katun APS is 100% Gambian.
Bari nyatimbu ete kufuri mbala kentala di. Ke nyatimbu ntari taba futu wola. At least ya fonte ko APS min kullo balbiji. Imo fon fonya fon ka fonyo ko ibinado ibodo ko APS jam fane mo fana fonya nyatimbu. Yo min fo enta sija. Ndanga moyro ko APS wallet isa kodo kino. Min tata fa wuli muan ime charge fenna wala nta sindija
ako ngatimbo nko yiko kabo transuto kata wala fa wuli muan ite fenne dola womu zero file bitun kabo wo 20,000 la ka sele sal eke tam eke charge mun fa abuka fensi
oui
1% na malam mati
wota yara gamen no be nyanta wala kana APS wala tele mobile ko ka kodo ki ibadi ngol
yajale ni APS kabrin nan credit ko to bari min kum mayata be wala fa mo kas pawat ni suto be during suto be dibiding abe tema biti kol sonda ila APS mobile lo sika ni asika to ya safe da men ko fen ko atondi nawek ha ni oto je nyamen do tachi ama ni ama do abanta ila kas power isa hawasima ajibe free joriti je
wata mbade ngameno albe sito wulle fi set al na leta APS wallet yela lam baylo kon APS wallet nyaata doro bari ko do nim fata do so kon to
dañu be fo no le mol ñala jam nim fata do so kon ba fo le
ba ci tije mbita to register jede kadu sa APS 100% namut
APS 100%
APS
Gambia 100%.
di am kontante ak mbégte di leen dalalaat fii si beneen ajuma ci suñ programme bi ñuy am oye ko da Grande Bantaba ajuma bu nekk fii ci Kër Fatou media bi nga xam ne mooy bu baax bi moom la ñëpp di seetaan media bi nga xam ne fii la mbuuru bi di xoyom-xoyomee di wax ñëpp ne juma mubarak di leen ñaanal ajuma bu sell ajuma bu naat ajuma bu ànd ak jàmm yal na jàmm ànd ak yim fépp fa ngeen di dem saa yu nekk li ñuy def rek balaa ñooy dugg ci programme bi dafa am ñoo xam ne ñooy jàpp programme bi ñoo koy dooleel moo tax ñu mun a ñëw ajuma bu nekk kon ñoo war na ñuy leen di jaajëfal di leen fesal saa yuñ fii ni toogee kenn si ñoom mooy nekk CareFinder nag seen tur fes na lool ci biir dëkk bi fii nii si time biñ toll nii ngir seen liggéey bu baax ngir seen liggéey boo xam ne óor na ngir seen liggéey bu dëgër CareFinder ñoom ci li ñuy yëngu mooy yëfi sampa kër yëfi jaay kër yëfi jënd kër lépp li nga xam ne ci yëfi samp la lépp li nga xam ne ci yëfi laan la property ñoom seen xel màcc na ci lool soo ñuy wax ñëpp ñi nga xam ne am nañ soxla ci fànn googu noonu jokkoo leen ak Kër Finder su dee da ngeen bugg a jaay kër buñ samp su dee da ngeen am laan boo leen bugg a jaay mbéta yéen a ngi si biir dëkk bi oo nekkul leen fi foo leen mun a nekka jokkoo leen a ñeem moo tax ñu def seen nombay si screen bi seen all information si screen bi call leen rek ngeen waxtaana ñoom wax leen li ngeen bugga dinañ ci waxtaana yéen ba gis ne li ngeen bugga am ngeen ko seen mbir nag du ne benn boor la ñoom boo leen koolee ne leen lii laa bugga ñoom it dinañ la jox seen xalaat ñu liggéeyee yow ba gis ne li nga bugga jox nañ la ko am nga ko te doo ci gis benn sikki saka seen mbir óol na seen mbir leer na kon di wax Kër Finder di leen jaajëfal rek si toppa bi ñuy toppa ci jàppale bi ñuy jàppale kon yéen it ñi nga xam ne yéenay suñ fan si nañu bugga jàppale leen Kër Finder boo leen jàppalee ñun ngeen jàppale ñaareel bi ñuy jaajëfal tey moo nekk APS nag ñoom it seen tur fees na lool te képp koo xam ne yaa ngi amee mobile phone Android phone dëkk ci Gambie bi ak fépp foo mun a nekk diaspora bi ak ñëpp ñu am APS xam nañ ne ñu wóor lañ ñu xam li ñuy def leen te ñu mun li ñuy def APS yëfi xaalis la ñuy yëngu money transfer it's a financial institution ñoom am nañ ay app pour yombalal lépp li nga xam ne loolu la ñuy def app bi mooy APS wallet bi an APS app bi soo ko downloadé si ta téléphone lépp luy financial transaction mun nga koo def si fépp foo mun a nekk mun ngaa connect sa bank account to it and everything that you need to do pour mu yombalal leen ko sa jamono buñ nekk nii nag seen wallet bi dañ ko gën a yaayal pour xëjal si ndaw yi nga xam ne ñoo ëppa ci dëkk bi ndaw yi nag ñooy yëngu mostly si yëfi football si yëfi sports ñu ne waaw pour comme que ndaw yi they are at center of our business dañuy def loo xam ne ñoom it dinañ ci mën a gis seen boppa ñu jox leen wallet boo xam ne soo fa dugalee xaalis lépp li nga bugga def ci APS wallet boobu noonu mun nga ko faa def seen wallet bi app bi mun ngaa jënd tickets of ay football tickets si lopitaan yi yooyu noonu mun nga cee jënda seen tickets si APS app bi ak wallet bi mun ngaa fay taxi driver yi mun ngaa jënda cash power mun ngaa jënda mobile credit mobile data lépp ci benn app and a click of a button on your phone kon APS yombalal nañ nit ñi yëfi jaayam jënd yombalal nit ñi yëfi téye xaalis ay yëfi joxewante aali kon ñoo óor seen number yi dinañ ko def si screen bi and boo leen google rek APS app bi rek dina feeñ ci Android ou iPhone kon dem leen ngeen ut APS pour seen yëfi xaalis joxlante dugalante mu mun a yomba li ñuy def saa yu nekk rek tamit balaa ñoo dugg ci programme bi mooy jox ñi nga xam ne ñoom laa bokkal plateforme bi ñu nuyoo ak askan bi saafu wante ñoom waaye di leen fàttali rek ne si Kër Fatou tamit am nañ stars yi foofu noonu si Facebook bi stars yi li muy def mooy boo leen ñu mayee stars dafay tontu xaalis te xaalis bu mun a dafaa gën a dooleel programme bi gën ñoo jàppale nga xam ne dañuy continuer di ñëw fii nii di leen indil programme bi ni ngeen ko buggee kon click leen stars yi last week nag ba dee stars yi xawoon naa sakan ba dee gis si di leen wax jërëjëf bu amul àppa ci bugga bi ngeen ma bugga ci bugga bi ngeen bugga Kër Fatou bugga bi ngeen bugga the Bantaba plateforme bi kon kontaan naa lool suma xaritu xol bi Caam Babel Demba Caam borom na ni wax naa la yow may sa géwél yow jaroon nga ut géwél man appoint naa suma boppa Caam yi da nga ko oyofal rek def à l'aise bàyyi la nga nuyoo ak askan bi waaw dëkk bi dafa tàng nag taay moo tax it ma xëy rek ma ni dress down waaw solu oyof rek understand nga pour feel comfortable Bantaba la fii fu nekk la ñuy fëlee jam nuyu la askan
jërëjëf nee na maa ngi lay nuyu di la gërëm bu baax di la ndokkale tam si baat boo génn fa naa ba léegi ñu sa weer
seriously no October is my month and still now the gifts are coming the calls are coming the messages are coming waaye Caam gisuloo message bi ma post Facebook kenn ma ko bindal waaye koy ut ko la bëgg a ñëwal ci neen ne dégg la
naa ko da nga ko gërëm bu baax
ahankay
waaw da nga ko disaaf
ahankay jërëjëf
ni ngeen nuyu itam ñu ma bokkal si plateforme bi Baye Sonko ñu ngi ko nuyu bu baax tam tey moom ñetti Abdou la ñëwee xam naa ne yëgu tàngaay bi
waaw fii tàggoo
di nuyu itam suma
ma nekk nii moom condition bi mu ngi bloqué xam nga fii mooy Kër Fatou
kër bu seedal la
waaw kër bu seedal bi waaw
ni ngeen nuyu itam naka Bojang Ba suma nijaay bu baax tam moom tam jàmbaar la ñu ngi ko nuyu bu baax tam si programme bi di nuyu itam ñu si daan programme bi yëpp Grand Bantaba programme bu nga xam ne la ñëpp a ko seetaan foo dem si Gambia bi ak si diaspora bi ñëpp ñu ngi hard time bi ñëw pour si daan programme bi programme bu am solo la luñ fiy def rek mooy kenn ko di wax sa xalaat waaye dama gëm ne ñëpp jubluwaay mooy lu yóbbu réew mi si kanam ñu def ko si yar ak teegin ku nekk wax sa xalaat lan nga foog ne lu moo war a am utee gis-gis mun naa am wala ada bi di lu gën a am solo mooy ñëpp jubluwaay mooy réew mu dem si kanam kon ni ngeen nuyu ñëpp ñu si daan programme bi ñu nekk si réew mi ak si diaspora bi suñu gan bi moom daanaka moom nee ne moo ko war a introduce si programme bi wane itam ñu ngi nuyu ñëpp doon asalaamaaleykum.
jërëjëf Cham di la jaajëfal yow tamit di la wax juma mubarak oncle jàmbur boo jàng baa ma bàyyi la rek itani mool ye ñëw kontong jandi mbedun na programme oto
abaka non limol be kontona MC ite fango nalundamba bayo sonko Gambia no lo ma abot kek fatu molbe membi yang technician all. It's always a pleasure to be on the show sis.
Thank you moom dafa bu gàtt bu precise bu short bu teg suñ dugal si programme bi doo dee xam kan mooy Bojang soo ko toppee si nuyoo bi da nga foog ne nag ngay saan jisuma ka moo faa nan la ko dee waxee
jisuma moo faa la
jisuma Bojang dina rey nit baayo ngeen bulay te nin jubeer laal ye ñu kontaan.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nene. Thanks to everyone. Momo yalanko albe program oji kan sansa thing. Bal kontonda ba fulale ko Juma Mubarak bi fanamu Juma londoleti na ko panelist solo. Ablay be kontonda ba fulale ko Safu MC be kontonda mbafale ko abin jërëjëf na def anyway so ne mbe ko na mbafale butakalo ko di right okay, thank you. I think nakatala be right. So yeah, so mol mel yalan ko be jibelo ke kanteng mbafale ko ala baraka bake for following us. Kerpatulam mobe yalon it's one of the platforms me yalon ko gamen lo katara siri ne katara batro keka, and I just want to use this opportunity now understand ko in the past last weeks and the likes there were a lot of buraha about media, media and people, so I just want to use this opportunity niajibe media modulage damenti alon ko akumata bakele baring niajibe molmel alon ko kela na fulo tay ka tapans ka media household ta ke soto ka mo funding ta ka employment create akumata bakele pour lakata ko nga recognize all the time anamadi mantima bari bitungo ko men hakil to doro baring niajibe media mu fennati me yalon ko akumaya bata na new dispensation o konole democracy atitalo no itimma without media, so I am just giving this meaning advice to dika mobile chaw all Gambians have ko msakata dorong na opinion soul for but come personal attacks or media attacks and the likes sakata nawul bula. Last time, Sister Fatu, abelum diam kanu, I kuma kama dolfo really when ma bakele, ulam nyinduko.
But if you don't mind, we're gonna have that as a subtopic.
Yeah,
we will discuss it in details.
Yeah, in detail. I just want to use the greeting part just to say what I have to say.
I just want to make sure you don't repeat yourself because we're gonna discuss that issue.
Oh, no, I will not repeat myself.
Okay, that's fine.
I will not repeat myself.
That's okay.
So, like I black info me alongo ye kuma kan wol mel fay ba umu kuma kan wol mel an kuma kan kolem ba la wo anama dimo o kewo o muso imanya naka o sifa fay so mba fala ko asi munya doron se sabarota tumodo njikita ko falungul be kelal mul mel alongo e man faham yake tumodo ba faham la Odom bafala ko la baraka bake until thank you so much
Baye thank you whole kumaya tale mbokay li ñuy def rek moy dugga ci programme bi way bu ñuy dugga rek saa yu nekk xam nga dañuy am a grand guest grand Friday grand show grand guest tay ñu am fini ku ñuy oyé Ebrima Ceesay ci gestu ak kisi mooy woon former constituency chairman of the UDP Kombo East waaye si time biñ toll nii nekkaatut ci UDP dafa delloo place boobu noonu génna UDP Ibrahima mbe bisimilahi la ñum programme mu Bantaba ñenne muy ila folo njangoti pour kanajang bari ngamirale ko ika programme o jubele
Okay,
I hope you're a fan of Bantaba.
Very big fan.
Thank you. Good. We enjoy it when our fans come to the show.
Exactly.
Okay. We're happy to have you. Ngebula itening jubel la ye kontong panelisol janimbe dunna programme oto.
Baraka bake sister nene nge form follow kontong temi munda host mba mbe temtulambe jaila fanan programme min nyaton kaya kantenti mbe nyongol fanan konten na MC Cham ba konten na bake anin na able brother Ablay Bojang Mr. Bojang ba konten na bake anin fonga la teruma West Coast brother Bayo Sonko be konten na bake and then be technician fanan konten na mina ko wolle ba camera ko ma kaje ko nyim programme e findino mol sa soto no wotambe mo be konten na Friday dum kende bala ba fule ko alman na jumol siala alman sola kare ni kambenna ala baraka
Baraka bake kontaan tan se wota pour ye la time bula pour ye najan ye nintol ye kacha amanken tol damati pour mol min kan jube banku dungol min kan yim programme jube akumma yatale bake pour ka different people nati jang ye wol fanang la miro ila hakilo fanang yadi kol membe ke kan banko kan jang contenta bake
abaraka
I hope the people of Kombo East will be watching, right?
Of course.
Okay, tell them to watch it. The whole West Coast by extension, because I know you guys solidarity a lot. So they need to watch this program because they have one of their own on this platform. Jërëjëf di leen jaajëfal rek beneen yoon kon panelist suma panelist Cham Bojang Bayo MC niñ koy defee saa yu nekk rek we do the trending issues or current issues before we get into the substantive topic of the day with the guests. And first li ma bëgg ñu commencé mooy ne gis nañ si biir week bi nii this football that has been going on with the AFCON, the Gambian team having to go and play supposedly what's supposed to be their home matches, they're playing it in other countries simply because our own stadium is not fit for purpose. It's not fit for them to play it. It's not been approved, right, for them to play international matches there. Now, again, what caught my attention more is I saw one of the top players, is it Barrow, right?
Barrow.
Musa Barrow, lamenting frustration, about the conditions, you guys go through for nono. Also, a lack of, other people are talking about lack of payment of allowances, so many issues, right? And more frustration on my one day, that I feel that they could have done well, they could have done better than they are doing if they were playing their home matches inside their own country, be surrounded by their own people, their loved ones, and be close to home and family as well. So lan may sa gis-gis si loolu lan may sa xalaat and naka nga foog ne lañ mun a saafaraale lu mel noonu because at the end of the day dañ ne ndox bu tuuru moom kenn mënatu ko buub lu tuuru la ba pare stadium bi mënuñ faa play ñu ngi outside di play waaye ndax loolu noonu naka lañ mun a def ba gis ne loolu noonu stop na gars yi mun a del si waatin ñu mun a am football Gambia fii.
jërëjëf nee foog naa dinaa kontaan trop pour wax suma xalaat si mbiri sport bi ak stadium bi. wax naa ko bala ñu door programme bi sax ma ne suma brother Bakary ku am chance la. wala ku am
lu tax nga def am chance
tey as a minister of youth and sports nga toog for almost 8 to 5 years léegi Gambia mënut a am stadium nga xam ne ñu fa play stadium kenn nekku di génn kenn nekku di ko complain kenn nekku di ko wax loolu Gambia rek la am na dëkk bi doon nekk tey fu mu nekk nii coow baa ngi bëri fu nekk ñu ngi ko waxtaan because stadium bi. di moo yaa ngi am home match bi daf la mën a winloo sa match soo xoolee démb par exemple Sénégal ak Mauritanie xoolal seen foo biir Mauritanie ñaar la gaay winee foofu match nga xool démb ñaar la foo nii la gaay winee so mu ngi laa woon ne home match daf dee mën a tax nga crowd bi ñu génna ñu support la solidarity bi so wala soo bàyyil how many years fu mu nekk ni Gambia ngay play outside xaalis bu ñu spend xoolal ñaata million la gars yi spend si renovation of this stadium ba léegi mënut a pare kenn nekkul di ko complain even the government nekkul di ko wax loolu am na mu doon nekk sax ministre bi tey fu mu nekk mën naa ñàkk position am waaw waaye tey ba gis nga ba léegi moo tax ma ne président Barrow moom mbiram nguuram dafa nee à fara soo ko wanee loyalty rek wan ko ne yaa ngi isi ay nit yaa ngi ko campagne yaa ngi ko political so moom is ok but lu xew si suñ fanaa soo xoolee team bu Gambie suñ groupe bi sax Gambie suñ play suñ maaji home maaji fii Gambie mën naa qualify soo xoolee suñ booy mën a play fa nekk despite ni ngay play away wala nga xool lu gaa di play parce que ne ko ne seen home maaji si biir Gambie la woon kon Gambie mën naa qualify waaw waaye right now pare gaa ngi complain fay leen seen ay bonus fay leen seen allowance yooyu yëpp mu ngi yooyu warta mën a am waaw because football da nga ko war a motivate because mu ngi play outside ñu ngi ko fay xaalis bëri mu ngi bàyyi loolu ñëw wala ñu saaf di kaam loolu rek dafa rëy bon dama feel like ne dëkk bi fu ñaa ñu xoolaat ko because masla bi moo tax lu bëri demut soo xoolee audit report bi mu ngi laa woon lan moo xew si stadium bi it's open secret la waaw so automatically loolu sax dafa war na tax sax government jël report boobu jox ko police wala force quoi ñu door di investigate xool lan lañ jaar la ñu yaax àll réew mi because mun la jël xaalis bëri ne da ngaa renouveler stadium for how many years fu mu nekk nii léegi nga dugg si almost 3 years booy renouveler naka stadium ba léegi perewul pare kaaf joxe ne report ne fu mu nekk nii am pour start ko fresh dina am pour génneaat ñax yëpp mu ñëwaat es loolu kañ la pare yow soo xoolee as a government su nekkee yow da nga pare pour dooleel sport wala nga dooleel youth si within 5 years war ngaa mën a build stadium bu es stadium bi ñaata at la fu mu nekk nii ñun tamit mu nekk xale ni ngay dem si stadium bi ba léegi mu Gambie mënut a am beneen stadium si jamono Jawara ba léegi stadium baa ngi fi so at least tam waroon na mën a am beneen stadium bi yes xoolal yeneen countries yi ni ngi am almost 3 stadium ba tey Gambie benn la am benn peut-être right now government suñ focus on moo kon time war na mën a build beneen stadium mooy mën nañ ko am nañ am dafay stadium peut-être nekkul sax soo xoolee Bakary Badji ministère yi nga xam ne Bakary Badji mu ngi ko sampoon ana fa la mujjee yu bëri daanu na yu bëri dégg waxtuñ ko sax time yi jamono last election bi Lena Foundation si ministère yu bëri si kaw bi bari kenn sax kenn xamul fan la loolu dem man sometimes suñ parliamentary na fu mu jaar ñu dañu jaaxal bu ko ñoom ne war a ministère yi laaj ko ba soo dem seen constituency yi leen fat leen li foundation bi seen ministère yooyu wala kenn ko di ko wax so moo tax moo ne Barrow moo gën a lokki si presse ni àdduna bi yëpp because tey ñu ko war a xul ñu war a taxaw wax xool government mu demee sax kenn du ko dee wax because ñoom dañ dem ba fii la xam ne ne Gambien si 3 days la net coowee Gambien 3 nga loolu waxtaan fii mais 3 days leen es mooy ñëw soo gëm ne ñii bàyyi nañu wax rek suñu waxee 3 days am dañ koo fàtte beneen mooy ñëwaat so dem na ma léegi dégee I don't care faalewul so problème boobu am fu mu nekk nii
boobu affaire la ma ne ko boobu affaire la Bojang, the same question. Our boys are, national team, they're complaining, and I heard about, when this guy was talking that sometimes, they have to travel by bus, for hours. And by the time they get there, they're so tired, fatigue, and they have to get to the training ground and they have a match waiting. All that they're not motivated or giving their allowances, on time or in full. So all that can be demoralizing. Aside from the stadium not being ready, they're not able to play at home, with all that, they still go through such. You remember the other time when they were traveling to some country and then they brought them some wheelbarrow, and then the wheelbarrow did not even move 100 meters. One of the wheels get off, and then the wheelbarrow had to come back to base, and another one had to be brought in. That psychological trauma can really do a lot on the players, can affect their performances. What say you, and how do we move away from here, right? Having a whole ministry, we saw what the audit report, revealed in terms of what has been expensed on that stadium. Again, we saw one of the contractors that came to shed light when Watson Gambia highlighted, them as per the audit report. They came and explained. So I said, if anything to go by what they said, it's negligence, gross negligence. But why would the ministry just sit on that and not do anything? Why with the stadium management? Why with the central government? Still, it's okay. That amount of money has gone to waste. You pay a contractor to do a job, did a handing over, you just went to sleep and just left it. No maintenance until we got to where we got to.
Yeah. Imbang pun nak kore.
Ajakalo wara. For Balafa.
You know, maybe you more we have been saying the many for the public service should be performance based. It's very important. If Brother Honorable Bakari has been there, we have to gauge how much has he received in terms of national support, budget, technical support, and what is his output in terms of the demand and the need of the people, Molbe Suraing, Katadam Fola, grassroots, you know, endeavors, and of course national, you know. So when the ministers are gauged based on their performance, then we will now see whether it's necessary for us to maintain Bakari or not. But one minister never moved. I think full 10 years he will never move. And maybe next 5 years, if Bago wins, he will still be there. 15 years, yet you cannot get a stadium.
And now you menke, Willem.
Yeah, that's the feeling. Yeah, that's the feeling that everybody is gonna get. You know, so sometimes you think it is not in fact the minister, because the minister has been appointed. So if the minister has been appointed, we are entrusted. But Bago also, we entrusted him with our national resources.
Right.
So he need to put those resources in good use. The minister man menke woman correct. 1, 2, in a damn da man fenke. Evaluate.
Right.
You see, that will help this country. When people are evaluated, let's say every 6 months or every year once, it will in fact stop commissions. Because what should have been rectified will be rectified at the right time. Then for commission right now. You see, this commission will get finished. Maybe another president will come, is the one who's going to implement. He may not implement it because it's going to harm him politically, so he will not. He will say, it's not my problem. This is what happens.
So why couldn't he save us the money that is being expensed on those commissions?
Yes, to do the needful. Yeah. Which is, okay, the minister you are appointed everywhere, there has to be appraisal. People, you have to get people to appraise these people, to look at them in a timely fashion. Just like the audit reports. They came in at a time that it's not bad, we know, but at the end of the day, those wrongs are going to be repeated in 2025. Because you could not rectify them because you don't know them. So when you look at the amala wagda, ajawala wagda, kambano, you know, funding kelbe football play kan, air transport for ikana ikimi gala for mbesela na kad ikajet koto le fenantoli, abuka air soto, abuka you know it's suffocating. Transport is another issue. Last time Nagela Bissau, Belpital, you know, it has down soto. And when you talk, there have been a lot of technical issues. CAF, FIFA, it's not Gambia government, is this. You see, for me, I don't know what people think, but for me, there is no institution that is going to be in this country. I am president and they are telling me CAF or this thing. No. You have to do what is in the best interest of this country.
People.
As simple as that. If you cannot do that, no problem. We don't have any problem with that. That is why the president need to take the bull by its horn. So I made 10 years. About 10 years for. Come I meant to do this.
Yeah.
So I 10 years we cannot see any news today. Imagine, is it how much? Almost 200, more than 200 people are saying million. Men and approval of and we are the first red flag. These people did this job without even getting the standards from CAF. So there are standards. They never did. That in itself is a failure. It means those people may be along how these things are done. So to be frank with you, but you cannot blame the minister alone. You have to blame the one who appoints him. Yes. If the minister also appoints people and awards contract and those people are not doing the right thing, then come on. And we have seen, they all deny, but we have seen in the reports that even some of the contractors are not qualified for such jobs that they have given them.
Yeah.
So what are the on your mark in Bangunka? Take a for them. Take a for the one of them. In the long program, what am I? It doesn't care whether it is going to be in the interest of the people or not. But to be frank with you, Mr. Baji has a lot of negative publicity to his name. we have seen a lot of negative publicity.
That's sad. That's sad.
And we think there should be, some changes that we have to whatever. Now, coming to what we should do as a country, being let me love the diam sis not the diam mbama nyule. Ngamodo mo diam wala ay men foto nya ako muso e president wulule.
Tonya.
Muso ye dingo wulule me al president wala. Kele fo muso. President wa muneti men ka mo la hajo jara. Wala president. President wala do koti. Hajo jara. Ni ma hajo jara yo president. Okay, so what do you mean by that? Come and see what the people are doing. You wake up early morning, you on this road, it's only women that you are going to see. The man, and sometimes it's not even these musukotol or musukebal. No. Sometimes, very young. Young. Yes, sometimes we are sad to say it because it should have been our role as men. But what I want them to understand is, ni mona ke mako isateto ala mako sifa jibe bang bi ni president na ala mol kata atol yen tol me wulu ntol me ala ntol nyanta ka la hajo jara ale wulu nyin kamale ka chance din la nyin dunya kono ka ala batu kan ka al nafa ka dunya nafa mo kilimbe bantam building atol min tol la o kayro tema wala mansa kundati e bantam bilte je nyaadi le instead of kana ka make sure sateli fair dula soto pakol sateli football filo kendo soto e mam sola wo bela e kanale ye fenko gindi balo dile wala jasi no football. So yes to you my mom you think hey ibe ku beto chicken no ka kato di mola anin jasi womu private mola do quality man sekunda ka police ning infrastructure le doku ka make sure ne melbe foni is a tarano blat damele is a local fenke district on district man sekunda at this moment sign in nyanta ka train coach so sotole mele yalo wolle bita kanyi teamol mako technically bare bi hani idi wota train na age train filo men ka man level man ko tu na balamata je support fa woti je na ta no tano ta enda ka do fen ko so ata so no je bansanteng basenteng fasena banjul and itemba itebe luwa so lo fam fenke le se brikama ko na fa woti tibulu banjul ibita je ni nyuma sila je loptano buka tariya bo senta so man sekunda do ko man ka jasil di ka veso di molla womu makari kensingoti amang sama soto so anyi daga nyusi falle gibe nyi kam ni ane be diam kali Allah tana ngata nyato baga fo fana ka te fana fay bake so anyi daga gibe makari mo men kana akana nyadi le ani fo sama be makari nyi tol fatiji otherwise campaign you see them and you will see them with balls, jerseys, and all sort of things.
Yeah.
And they will give you 1 month, 3 months, or jersey in Banta. But it all, ila sama.
And they go and get containers of these cheap jerseys that when you wear it and play in football, you sweat the most in your lifetime that you will ever have sweated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because of the plastic that you put on your head. Exactly. The quality of those things are very, very poor.
Yeah, so I think, Minister, by now, so for district or district, wala team nyantaka specialist coach shoto. May along I football ko at train locally or internationally to help. But I'm always train fayele. You go to our academies, what support are you getting from the ministry? Technically. Is the minister even visiting those academies? Football Did you see that? Yes, these are private academies. Visit them. Look, Joma went to attend the whatever. The moral it gives.
I know, right? The
yes, moral. Our president is here watching us.
Got on the
even if you want to die, you want to still
got on the train and rode with ordinary citizens in the on the train.
Simple
all the way to that place. Exactly. It really boosts
Imagine if Barrow, these games were played here and President Barrow attends. You support him, you don't support him. You just see, oh, the president is sitting. You do all to make sure that
Everybody wants to impress him.
Yes, absolutely. So this is what we are saying. Well, unfortunately, you will hear, is it 3 million toilet? Toilet only is 3 million. You see all those things here. And nothing will come out of it, though. Nothing will come out of it. I think we have seen something like that. 3 million a toilet, something like that.
No, but it's the foundation that costs more, because if you have to dig deep and secure the water level, it will be expensive, Boja. It will be expensive. You need a lot of money, gravel to,
I built my first house, 2.7 bungalow, sizable. So you cannot tell me, and I have a 5-bedroom and I have toilets in all, and I have a big septic sockaway tank. So, sis, don't mind.
Your sockaway tank is not strong. It's not guaranteed. The kind of irons they put in this one, you should go and check it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Bye. Yes. We all know the stadium is not fit for purpose, and this thing seems to be an ongoing thing. What say you?
Yeah, Nene. You see, I'm caring about the football side also. To me, I am not only blaming the minister, but I am blaming the entire government structure. You see, everybody have a responsibility in the government. Ministers have their responsibility. Members of the parliament have their responsibility. And the president also have a responsibility. So, to me, I blame the young deputy. And the reason why I said blame la Jambake, there's a committee responsible for sports in the National Assembly. And there's a committee also responsible for oversight coming Mazakundala government project sold. And these are the very people who will like allocation. Okay. They are the one make a budget data, they are the one make approval. Okay. All this stadium renovation or whatever. The money comes from the parliament. It is the parliament may approve. Even if it's a supplementary, it has to be approved by parliament, because that's what the law says. The law says every spending of the government has to be approved by the parliament. So you approve money, you approve for a particular development. At the end of it, and later you have a responsibility to do your oversight functions. It is a in parliament. You it for malo Then you see, this stadium contract is going to be fail. Because you know why? One, you see, the stadium was banned. And when it was banned, they flagged different things on the flag. FIFA will the flag. So basically, if these people feel like they cannot have a new stadium, what they should do is they should consult, or they should have a FIFA consultant. They should have a FIFA consultant. Should give them all the guidelines. And those your consultation will make and the guidelines, it will put on the contracts, the tender. But you see, a man can come a malong, but the problem is they know very well, or they knew very well, if they have to go by that standard, the contract might not be given to their favorite contractors. That's what they know. So now, that's where you see personal. Because you have to go through those standards. Your contract will be mail later. And look, it's only intentional movement you to go. Nenda can you contract will be car because car refa can see. This contract nenda ka di car because election is coming and car nenda ko di tolla. Because we heard it from the president himself. Everywhere in the world, political, there are people who make a political sponsor. Everywhere in the world, the president said it. So those people may have a political sponsor for the president's political party. If you have to give contract to those people, what achemo? One thing you need to expect. That contractor, the government or the political parties support. That contractor need to also make profit because he's having a company. So basically, at the end of it, he will make sure Kajoko Ateasoto, the political party Asoto, and the procurement or whatever, Momo, the minister, whoever, It will make sure all of them get something there. At the end of it, the job will not be good. That is the problem of our country. Because he knew very well then it's a National Assembly may along go custody. But he knew very well that National Assembly, the way I probably, bribe other peoples, am I able to bribe those National Assembly members? So he is not going to fear. He will just do the job, not go wrong. An elephant project of Akila World. This is why we have been stuck. Imagine our boys, they can men play the level of football, the men play can right now. Imagine some of these boys, they have never played in this, in Bangkok Kanjang. They never play in our football, in the Pejota. An international man. Imagine these boys, especially these new ones, Melialongo, Scientific, Golos, the Sanka, Yankuba, and others. Melialongo, Ekana Stadium, Ninya, Kokodo, they feel, it can content follow Caborino. Imagine Yankuba na Fonje, Yankuba Minte ya Fonje, Gambia football field on sign, international football field, Gambia will be loading the Labedo. How much efforts, how much Yankuba is going to do, how much others will do, Melialongo, they have been scoring goals. Then Gambia will have been qualified. But you see, the problem of our country is they don't value the economic income from sports, from football. Banco Dole Fele B, Walla economy is relying on sport, football. But in the government, they don't care about that. They don't care about that. That's why they are not supporting, football infrastructure. Look, let's give credit to Yaya Jammeh. You hate him or you like him, Jammeh during his time, make sure that at least that we have football, Serakunda, West Nyonjang, and other parks. Yeah, actually, even Basse, he makes sure they build a stadium there. Although it is not that much time, but they have a pavilion and others. Jammeh have done that. So this government allow for ye project you like. Look, if you go to Flabanta, that project is command for the kid to Flabanta. I remember during the mayor's election, they were trying to challenge Talib. MC, maybe I don't know whether you know something about it. The fee. No, no good bunu fee. No, the fee
Bakote.
London corner. Let go sikana. Nakabobu. Because so this is what they will do. And let me tell you something. Election is coming. And then if you don't careful again, they will go and if it has parliament, they will go and try to make sure they secure another fund from there. Koko kana stadium or Koko kana football pitch no boys just to baffle boys. They will use sport there. Ela black justice sabal okay sabal responsible for justice no it's what is sabal responsible to bakari mo responsible content nana ta sabal la ko deliver you understand but ngam fo jang wala ñu ko café fo kana ndele afale jang content le be jila ñu banko kan jang about football justice. So boys will be there they do not actually understand. So we'll tackle it. But my fellow Gambians, we have a country to build. And this country, no other person will come and build it for us. We have to build it for ourselves. Our future and the generation coming after us. But we cannot do it if we are not patriotic to the service given to us by our people. This is why the president and the ministers and the members of the parliament should actually understand Kajako. They are people representative. They have to do what is expected of them. If not, let me tell you something. Political fair. Billahi. Momo tulunta adama dengul la jang. Momo tulunta molla namu kodola jang. Ite fala mambo bala. We've seen people here. They embezzle our state monies in this country. At the end of it, let's call a spade. Idole, dolbeje will fongole because bank mola kodo, do bala kodo. Atana seno la do koke ala kodo samana adu ni masakunda kono. Ite na kodo sigre kokot lumwala. But anyway, it's left to the Gambians. 2026 is coming. More be nyata kalong what is right for us. Rabban.
Thank you very much. Thank you. My brother, Mr. Ceesay.
Yeah.
Ceesay Kundanko. Ah?
Yeah.
So Ceesay Kundanko ilafita domorola.
si kunna ko
jani be diamo datila parce que jang diamo ko siale ya tengi nen kala fo ye dasamo kanaka hamanaka dasamo kele konton kele aning sima ngo kele nyanta wobe kala jani be nala jang
ngo be
naka len de tie challenge naka de tie challenge kana pisale de you know ture kundankol be jubela anu yalo nyimmi de house ture kundankol le tamo
ture kundankol dambar bo jamba fana bijana kana nyinala dan de tele fenna de janne o kala mudalen
bo janni nyumna mbaring bale tele mbaring o na konko bala tele be kino tabi la gadi so ye kacha moyle janim ben nala ite fam ba kanyino le ken ka trending issues le discord andong ite mu funding keleti nga lonko i lafita fanang football kola ni buka play fan ika jubele andong ite mu nyaton koleti nga lonko ibe menul nyaton kaya fanan ika football you know kata dam fu kuo kele fa fanan ke yenata na national team ibe nyinul be nying problemul be you know sotokan ye minul lamoy ite ila jero ye mune jeje ngalonko ya lonko itata play la imang you know ka play no na stadium moto andung you know kolbe you know kadunje ite ye mune soto pour ka la faje janne beduna topic do
abaraka bake sister nene abaraka bake fenke problème mimbe larin tenting limbo stadium wala koti ninga stadium o fon la ko korosi bake min keta problem motije we are all on the list for the Ministry of Youth and Sport and then the Gambia Football Federation pour ya jibe then they will be able to guide themselves and renovate the stadium as in the list. You understand me? So you just cannot go waletita dorong yes stadium o mutayaf komba renovate kanne. There are requirements given to you and you need to work in accordance with that requirements. Priyaje ko yet ye minfoe we sabatino stadium on quarter. And then we have a lot of engineers here, contractors here. Nina stadium wala Karola, until a mirror mindi, stadium of fund does not need any renovation. We need a new structure, a new stadium. This stadium have been here for decades, for so many years. And it is because of we human beings that are occupying that stadium, they are questioning us renovate this for the betterment of the fans and then the football lovers that are coming in there to play and then the football, how to call the visitors as well. But not only the Gambian, but the visitors as well. So it have to be so much necessary for the government and then all the stakeholders to look into this matter critically. Look, we need a stadium. We should not even refurbish this or rehabilitate this. Because renovate, it doesn't change anything. The structural columns in the place are the same thing. The ions and everything that comes together to make that stadium is the same materials in that place. You understand? Plastering some broken parts will not have any effect on the structural strength of the stadium. You understand? So we need a new place. Gambia, we have a reserve lands being shared among ministers, being shared among government officials, which is so unfair. Why not we use these areas, these locations, and then build a new stadium, a standard one that can be able to host every purpose?
Yemi foteng akumaya ta lafta ya seinkang bari ya fo mandenka kangola.
Ngam fotendi wolon ko ni a stadium o jibe min kumata je bake fa kumata wala nyindi ko ka bring calf be recommendation o dela ya nyina foko list of felen la fa stadium o standard e nyina meet was list o nyin the engineers, the technocrats, and then the officials mianku wolde be stadium o nyina ko nyi oversee kan is the doku kela no without that list. Inyanda ajila ko nyin list on nyanda doko kela nyina la nga stadium osro mianko ndo fon sulata minna, but not people coming from outside kafu mole ko anyin samana nyanda nyin soro na miro tolo ko nsulata fenna la banko kan sinin sama momon de finte tan asa dunnoje ay muna fon soto je bara many like kanko mbajibe kana nga maintenance wrong so that we can bring the boys back and play. It should not be on that motive. Ngam mfana mfoko wala ni the next stadium of fon like al halo jibe yala structure jibe ala columns and everything me fon stadium mo low bi matembo minto ta ke bayatale jandi ba fola ko be stadium mo nyim maintenance la a jareta le stadium fo ya be boy fo bankoto yakuta malo walla nga stadium nga aerial shuttle mi anko reserve la no lo won government na tati jandi ba ku de tala la masakunda do ku la tema ya bulo wo aerial mu mebe tu nga put into purpose wala ndi nga doku ala halo mi anko nga good stadium soto ibaje la boy sulbe na le ba play la fon le koto fon le ba wulla katanka stadium o nyinjo and it will still be and how to call it, a revenue for us about income la samalna and this income ibaje ko sa murundi no back to sport na mol mutake mobilized in sport industry kaji sembo soto we have talent na dindingol soto funding ke soto mi anko kato no bakele ni tata ka bo kombo jankata fo bolon kono anywhere we have academies now academy mimbije e fongol ke la dallas wo fay nyokan ke la academy bail government mantre mako e kan but because we are not having income mantre blast to kam mi anko safko that's why we going to be tapping to tap our resources to make sure that we are put into right use. This is why stadium of Mansoto no tell us miro minti wala on ko the requirement of the Gambia government and all the stakeholders kafu ko ni stadium nga renovate wo from tanya moko na elaji nga stadium kendo law of standard mi anko any international event board home and abroad I mean aka host nole iba mon bi dala na bele stadium or rent la they will make money house intel ka finti jenen kata play la banda because that's you don't have a home our home have to be somebody's home which is so unfortunate and then ni waketa we have to pay them so we are not only looking at nkana jibe damman code na flo jelle dunta stadium wala dadato but na flo jelle fana be finti kan kata bandan call so sembola
tonya
Indian fund develop legend with the little resources we have, with good management, we will be able to do it. But with this, how to call it, self-enslavement, me and the government official will batandikang, londo so that they don't want to use their londo, even more samala of their own choice, without looking at the nation's interest, the country's first interest. The amulale siya the bankola interest, but abamin sondo moto adamo do yatan. Wali adna ma stadium kendo soto jani stadium mo bimba tembo min to tendi manya na nyingela ngafo ndingole ko nyimmedal kabrin jawra tumtilo nyanta miralal fomba bero soto lal ban min bero mi ko kabrin stadium o boy abodo na stadium o kono nzolta ndino mo la but the structure itself should be down to earth and then we build a new one wala mo na contribution
akumaya tere sa intendung be move la topic dotel dañuy move ci suñ next topic bi topic boo xam ne topic bu am solo topic bu important boo xam ne waxtaanee nañ ko ci week biñ tàmbale nii ci fànn yu bari ñu bari tamit yéey nañ ci yàbbi nañ ci nas nañ ci nocc nañ ci parce que dafa doon loo xam ne laal na xol ñu bari at the end of the day li olof di wax rek koo laal tarangaam rek mu noonoo la da pare yërmande ci miineel la commencé nit ki boo ko xamee jege ko miin ko lu ko laal muy lu métti dina laal sa xol dina la métti bu amee kontaante yi dafa doon sa kontaante waaye buñ demee benn ay doomi réew lañ ñun ñëpp Gambians lañ foog naa ne lu laal benn doomi Gambian mu doon lu ñaaw ñëpp war nañ koo ñaawlu te ñëpp war nañ koo daaxa mun ñu nekk si jamono boo xam ne ndeysaan politics bi dafa gaaw a jax dañ ci gaaw a commencé di ci wax di ci yëngu di dóor di daanu waaye mu bugg a demee fànn boo xam ne du ma ne buleet eesu fi waaye suñ jogut ci teel bi ñu aar ko wax ko gis ne génn na fi du ñu indil yokkute waaye loraanga la ñoo indil ci week bu passé ne le gis nañ du ne ba ko faatu waxee rek lañ ko gis fa naa ñëpp ñu ngi ko doon bàyyi xel because du ne ci moom rek te duñ ne buleet waaye man li ma gën a soxal mooy ne lim ci doon jigéen te njëkkeewu ko fi dañ koy def jigéen yu bare mu am media house boo xam ne bu dee wax dëgg rek a tax depuis ba mu ko sosee dafa fi dara lu ñaaw dafa fi dara lu nit ñi ne expect ma ko ci moom au disappoint na ma or you know waraloo koo def depuis ba mu ko defee yokkute ci suma gis-gis la fi indi depuis ba mu ko defee jëm kanam la indi depuis ba mu ko jëfee dafa jox ñu bari fierté ak démocratie jox ñu bari plateforme ñoo xam ne ordinarily they would never have had a platform to utter a word much more to speak a sentence or even to be a regular loolu mooy dëgg bi mu neex la mu naxari la ni ma ko waxee ci njëlbeen bi plateforme Kër Fatou fii la mburu bi di xoyom-xoyomee mu neex leen mu naxari leen because fii la ñëpp di déggee li ñu war a dégga fii la nit ñi mu ne am plateforme pour wax li nga xam ne lañ ko bugg a wax man de depuis ma fi nekkee Fatou musuma call mi da on the platform ni ma nee li nga warloo ko wax o bul def lii o waxal si kii o bul wax si kii o kii nga war a indi o waraloo indi kii mosu taxam ku nekk ak sa diggante ak yàlla waaye pour single out ko parce que yow si sa gis-gis parce que dama bañ sa su nit ñi di wax ne you have divergent views parce que man Fatou fam ne woon la ne wécceeku wut poussé wut place waaye yow boo demee ba gis ne xëj na yow gis na leneen ci moom nga bugg a change sa position parce que ñi koo ŋàñña ñi koo castiger ñi koo saaga ñoom la seen position change ñoom la seen point of view change du moom fam ne woon fa la ne su dee ba fam ne woon fa la nekka ñi fee liggéey ba tey ñoo fee nekk di liggéey waaye dafa ñaaw ñu jël wax yu métti yu ñaaw yooyu noonu di ko teg si kawam parce que li moo wax neexu leen o ñi moo indi neexu leen o ñi moo génnee neexu leen man dama feel ne is dishonesty and very very unfair again women are being victimized so much I am not saying it because I'm trying to get sympathy or pity or whatever because these women that I'm trying to call commencé ko si Fatou kenn du ko jooyal dijam gis nañ fi Marie Sok bam génnee ne dafa bugg a nekk président joojuñ ko ci mun-munam xam-xamam waaye ci lukam lañ ko doon tuutilee di ko wàccil di ko ŋaaña waaye ñu dema bi gis ne ña ko doon ŋaaña dañ ñëwaat bokk ak moom di dem ak moom si benn jubluwaay loolu gis nañ ko fii nii most recently maa ngi gis naka la tudda the Seku partner bi the running maidam bi Cey Yaasin neene war maa fàtte tur bi suma toomaa la neene Cey Yaasin Seka mu génna ne ok form dañu ci waajal pour form seen political party and she is the running mate to Seku right but again liñ ko waxaluñ ko Seku sax yëpp because of jigéen la and liñ ko xas mooy ne du ne jànguloo du ne amuloo xam-xam du ne expose loo du ne mënuloo yore réew mi waaye look am again her physical appearance which I feel is the cheapest thing to judge an individual ñu suñ compté di lim dem di dem man dama ci génnee suma bopp parce que man dama ko assumé mbooleem lu ñu wax dama ko wear with a badge of honor it does not reduce me at all waaye mu doon loo xam ne dafa ñaaw te su ma toogee fii nii ñu wax lu nekka indi wuñ loolu noonu I feel ne will be very very dishonest mbefuloo la ite la nga lonko yekuwol jële ye Fatou fam ba moyle ka bring a sita ala platform moto aye kumol fo because kumol kan na atele amanke ko atele kan ta jube people can call you have loved ones you know Fatou is so skilled she's so vigilant she is so flat out talented in what she does hands down and it cannot be dismissed. Only dishonest people will want to dismiss that or take that from her. But because she's doing a job and people are not in agreement with her, they want to label her. Not only label her, you know, touch where it hurts more in a woman. Nit ku nekk ak no muna mel. No dëgër. Am na fu ñoo laal si yow wallaay la dinga daanu. Te loolu lañ ko def mu doon loo xam ne lu ñaaw lu rafetut lu disgusting. Ita yewo be jele yemuna soto ibe munel yamar la ntol be membe mamman politiko to dindingol keba san nyanta na politiko kela nyaadile pour nga ño kaja fo ño kondante ya hasidi ya ngo bondi politiko parce que wote mo sambala yemune fo soto pour comme min fo
abaraka baake ko tenke ngam min soto to diamola karola yamarola karola wala nyindiko politiko mu analysis leti politiko manke sentiment moy politiko tani sentiment la drong ita ka felle andum Fatou la kuoto ker Fatou jang amang banku dingo kumpa ka Fatou ning ker Fatou be lebel ka fako UDP ker Fatou la wosoto ta janne bare miye wo sabu wala nyindi ko ala to nya lota min kan kaji ko Gambia dingol sulata min moyla wala Gambia dingol sulata miye finti ko fintindima. And then kabringa bu okay kan momo ya feel ko ambe me okay ka watu mina was right ibe ajelo coming ko water Fatou is doing something right and then near fana we fence with a Fatou to yaji ko Fatou minke then that should not go with an insult wo manyana kel ko anyanta nennale wanyanda kela fatu ye lafandoleti fatu nga nyina jela kuoto bar ngamar sinin sama ninga ketenti oba ke kulale bara ata kela nyinde ko itela diamo should be accompanied by an insult workman ground soto and mo manyano entertain na political arena kono muso mi yalon ko a lota ya fambali ko mu me bela kaji ko gambe dingole fenne nyanto la soto a nyanta lola daming ko nyanto tamandi banko dingo be ni woketa momi bala tanoti wotete nyanta tarambulole tale kaji ko yesim falta min se wokuo nyinda da ite laftale nyami wala be laftale nyami bare ku kilimbije ni nata banku doku wala kuoto isa kata nyama ite mo be kontane ni lano amam possible ibe kula kele mi aje ko ay mole ma anda mimma ata lafila wala bar wamma nyanna tinna ite mianta min kele mo woke fatiye la kuwe mol ma nyama bare fo ay minke woni silo lambo wala fa ay minke anin silo ten wala mu jibe tati nani silo manta mo sa fa ni silo manta ban ni aje mo be fatu sympathize wala nyindi ko mol minu ba kaja fikan wolle fon yaje ko fa wolle benu fatu ko maka support bi ba kaja fila mine won so sabu ila miraro le fatata andu mo manyano entertain na kafuko inyanta muso buli lale ino miano ko afana nyanta ala forces la fala ko kanne ka banko advance yaje nyim banko la development no amum be the fennet ni media man participate all the transparency and accountability in coming for in the government at a fintila niaje republic la report findita for commissioner lota be media long ni media ma ko nyintriga no domino han bi abatara kapeto koto ndu mota diamula woto sibaye ko ni media be lorigne bundato ibe doko ke kam moliye kaje ko nafulo miyan ko mansakunda bola dokundi kan fengo miyan ko mansakunda nyanta wala tamandila ima tamandi nin silo la media nyanta bondila nan public le pour public ni sa lom nyim be kere then they can scrutinize. Is a government hold on accountable kaje ko government be silo minka nyanta blala and nima bla they can take any good necessary action against the government either by at the ballot or ka debatel munda ke diamundi ka fuko yo masakunda mi basiri je impeachment process o dade ke bondi je baras loi mimbe banko kan anyanta to tamana nin to nyani tilingol bara manya na kela ka fuko nyanta mole fevola to nya na findina na mo fadi ana ita fo fara o manya na tinna la ko mol manya na fora ay da fo min fara nyante da de malal ko mbete falin na nyami be daji ka kendo du nete to nyami pour nyin kamal banko kan min fo banko la kuoto nso ta mandino be nga fen so banko kan mi ango handi be sirim basale isa feel who is your neighbor is not Nene is my neighbor my neighbor is somebody who my actions are directly or indirectly affected by oto momin be sirim base ntol min be sirin jang be mansakunda ko tamandika wala mansakunda be sira mansakunda ko tamandika inyante hakilo tulale jumal le muy signoti jumal le muy la neboti boy tul yalla ko yake wo adima yake akuma aba molle mantorala wota kuma nyanta jenkelale adima yake banko be tar kayro kono nsanyi benno nga nyoya no kenno sanga kenno tolon kulli kenno tolon ntolle tamu nyonti banni balante wala be tula fitino la andum banko bari tadlale aba sela ko mala nyata ta sotola no because in the month we are always in loggerhead we don't want somebody to bring government's criticism into public for us to scrutinize it. We don't want accountability. We are talking about accountability but yet we don't want it. We are talking about transparency but yet we don't encourage it. So ibayela ko mim keta fatu relatenting anisilo manta andum aba molla accountability process ni undermine kanne aba journalist sol ni media houses sol le silandi kan pour que do ko ke min jareta kam man sakunda muta ka londi silo kan min jareta so wala mon nakumoti
abaraka kumo kumayata le cham sandaw si di tie nañ ko safete ko wax ko waxi ñaaw lool li ma fa xam mooy méttut la ko parce que gis naa nga bindax ci fànn googu noonu you know pour ñaax nit ñi ñu gën a defaraat seen toogaay rafetal jikko yi daal tey mooy first time ñoom opportunité pour waxtaane ko parce que last week la xewoon you know lan mooy si sa xalaat ak lan ngay yeete ci fànn yu mel noonu parce que naka lañ ko xatee election cycle bi ubeengut sax ñu commencé di gis yu mel nii so li ñuy wax rek onasaan nga lu nekka ci commencement bi da nga dee xam jubluwaay bi fan la waaye tamit soo jëlee ay jéego pour gis ne aar nga ko xëj na dina mujjantel gi dina rafet ma bàyyi la daal nga jox si sa xalaat.
ne li xew si Sister Fatou ñëpp ko war a ñaawlu politique dama ko def fu nekk nit ki mënuloo koo soxla mu ñëw jàppale nga saaga ko parce que comme ni ko Ibrahima waxee Fatou dañ ko dee tuumal suñu bari lu nga xam ne amut ne fii kër UDP la te gis naa keroog ay MPP sax ngi kontaan si loolu because tey political party dafa war a am discipline bu ko mun loolu nekk si parti ngay mu woo parti ngay saaga nit ki tey féeboowu la nga saaga di ko attaque loolu nekkul dimbale sa parti because dañ jël media bi foog ne media bi yëpp ko la nekk tey Gambie am na dëkk booy dem si kaw bi amul internet am na dëkk moom booy dem si kaw bi even xamul sax lu nekk si Facebook bi wala ñoom dañ foog ne si internet bi nga war a nekk rek di saaga di haste di bully di attaque ay nit loolu mayul la karta tey li xew si Fatou wala ñoom soo xoolee ñoom ñooy tooy waa ñoom moom media bi comme ne ñu attaque comme ne ñu saaga waa saaga bi waa ñu kenn dara intoon yow sa jukko ngay wone because nit ki da nga war a am ideas ak programme booy jaay askan bi ñu jëna ko political party kenn ku nekk dafa doon marché la ret kii mi ngay jaay banana kii di jaay banana ñëpp toog si benn table ñëpp toog si benn line nii yow muy jëna yaay xool fa ne nga jëna loolu mooy politique ne kii moom banana bi baax na da rafet na bii laay jëna waaye soo bëggee woon ne waa dama koo saaga dama koo xas koo saaga rek ko xas ëllëg soo ko soxla du la ñu uysi tey Fatou mun na laa féeboo tey wax na nga xam ne féeboo na la ëllëg mu nga xam ne féeboo la rek nga at saaga ko nga dëkk ko fu mu dëkkut bu ko nit ki mënut a évider mu ànda mu wàllu nga xam ne daf laa féeboo man kër Fatou fii laa nekk wala sam daal ñu bind story nga xam ne dañ ko publish si mu xam ne daf ma su moom sax daf ma de buubaa la sori waaw la ma def ma fa sori so yu bëri ko def vraiment fii laa ne waaw seen liggéey la peut man jóge si boo jóge si Gambie yëpp suma xarit la boo tey naa gis spandri ba kii dama njaay saabal dem na foofu mu ubbi ko maag bi saabal saaga na ba soona peut être suma xarit la mu pere ba seen gis naa audio bi amu si problème liggéey la def moo naa ma ko si loolu Ibrahima Jara di same thing ñun ñëpp maanaam dañoo koolante di waxtaan boo seen liggéey dama leen baax ñu boo gaa jógoo bu ma jógee si dama seddi baro bu ma ñëwee boo gaa jógoo tur mu rey ma fi ma ñëw ne ma kii sa ennemi la liggéey ma def bu mu paree maanaam moom ñu exiko naan ataaya maanaam after bi ma tooxale si télé bi yëpp
ndeysaan
waaye nangul naa ko ne ko liggéeyam la ba nit ki nekkul ne yow tey def na nga xam ne tey ne Fatou lu nekk dégg na ko peut être kaddu yi ñaar yoo xam ne ñu ngi koo jël di ko teg si kaw Fatou ñoom sax dañu war a xoolaat bu ko gis nga media soo xee media as a politicien yaa ngi sa bopp xamuloo ko bu ko da nga soxla media yëpp tey mu jaay la bu ko tey yow sa parti media fu mu war a eega soo amee sa parti online ñu laa seetaan mooy only sa parti membres yi ñoo laa seetaan boo tey ni mu ni kër Fatou ko xam ne nekkul UDP nekkul GDC nekkul NRP nekkul fu nekk daf koo seetaan boo sa online media ñu la toppare ñu ko seetaan boo mënuloo wane nit ki ne tey nit ki tey baax na ëllëg nga man mënuma loolu moo tax man ba bàyyee GDC ba léegi mosoo léegi ma jël kaddu ñaata ko seen kaw boobu mënumaa wane ne Mama Kandeh moo fi gën moo ñëwaatee ne la moo gën a bon mënuma ko boobu mënumaa wax ne tey neene la ëllëg ma ñëw ne neene ku ñuul la neene ku bon la nii ak nii man mënuma loolu moo tax nit ki tey mun nga yoon mun naa demee nii bon ba tey ñu xalaat ne si benn fan sax kooku am na fu mu la taxawoo pare kër Fatou media house yi like journalist yi politiciens yi bari ñëwee ñu invite ñu toog fii kenn ku nekk ñu invite fii
waaw fii moom ku fi ñëw rek yaa bëggut a ñëw
pare nee dafa sona raay naa di ut pour ges wala ñëw fii sax ñu ñëpp a jàpp ku nekk dafa struggle pour ñu ñëw toog fii waxtaan kon soo ko bëggee toog di jël nit ki di ko saaga di ko xas because yow waaw tey kii la àndal ëllëg kii la àndal nga taxaw nit sa ñu ne léegi warloo taxaw nit suñu produit bi fa ñëw nu dafa garaaw de bu ko léegi warloo taxaw kenn warloo wax kenn loo wax ñu ne la waa ñu attaque la man fan yi ma gaa di saaga dafa bëri sax mën naa yow xoolal lu mu def fo AI mu def mën naa yow su ne ko suma jabar amutoon understanding loolu su ma tee mën a si tas sax mooy suma jabar si nga xamul loo wax.
man mën naa see ñàkk am.
waaw nga jël ay ñaari nit.
MC ak neneen la moom.
daf ko jar jël ay góor a jigéen yoo xam ay xarit la man ko xam fu ma diggante nee bu tey ànd bu yàgg la suma jigéen la bon nga jël naka MC pin ko nga ne waaw mu ngi nii ñu la inbox di la saaga di la attaque jëlu ko politique dafa jeex nit ñoo daje si ñeente ñu daje si xew fekk ñu dajee soo adabi de ana tey APRC ak UDP rek la meroon time yaay jame noonu Duusaano noonu Lamin Caam tey ku la waxoon tey ne noonu Ibrima Ceesay ku la waxoon tey ne liggéey ak Kombo Njaay Sidi Njaay si benn government Boja ku la waxoon ne tey ne liggéey si benn government
mais politique is
waaw noonu Sidi Njaay ku la waxoon ne 2016 UDP ak doy ak PUP ak Oudou Diallo ñu bokk benn alliance benn coalition ku la waxoon la di ko góob parce que ñu gis ne que APRC meroon fii ak UDP waaye tey doomu UDP ni ngeen liggéey ak APRC tey kan mooy speaker bi ñun Ibrima Ceesay loolu laa ñu càmmi ñëpp tey amoon na jamono du laaw ak naka APRC tey ñun ñu nekk liggéey together ñooy toog benn table di añ di waxtaan. dañuy wut réew si kanam. soo kon political party dañoo waxoon li leader parti si yëpp suñu dajee si programme ñu ñuy lëgante di kap di ree yéen ñu supporté yi ñu nekk di saagante di xasante. te ñun ñuy dajee di nuyante di ree di kaf. waaye neen ne ñooy nekka moo tax political party il faut moo tax man yaay jame am na ko dama ko naw mooy ñun daal mu nekk APRC de daaxee gis Mama Kandeh ñun suñu audio bi taay suñu forum ji si soo saaga ñu daaxal parce que da ngaa discipline sa membres yi because tey yow political party tey pour sa yëpp un seul objectif yëpp mooy pour une élection te ñun mënuloo élection si ay saaga si ay haste si attaque ay nit boo ko utee ngeen gis-gis yaay sa programme waxala Gambien si boo tey Fatou tey waa NPP gis naa ñu bëri suma boy bi Kéba la gis naa sax mu ngi ko ñaawal di ko ne li famille issue la ñoom neen la because ñu ko digal xam ne di ko fas te su ne ba léegi waa UDP loolu ko attaque bu nga xam ne tey ñoom moom lañ di ne Fatou fii kër UDP la loolu ko rek gars yi génne statement parti bi boo statement bi amul si loolu parti members da nga ko war a discipline jar ko man du naa gëm.
Well, now to give Kebalan to be Kebalan credit, li wax noonu Fatou this is a family affair or whatever. Daf ko just repeat right there. Daf ko diga de. Because of when I found it to be condescending to say Fatou is Fatou, this is a family house, we will deal with it in house. Even in a family, you don't insult each other. So Kebalan bu ko ci kenn blame. Lim gis la loolu la repeat rek. You understand to you know. Joke about it or mock about it, whichever way, but lum gis la mu repeatar ko suñ ko waxutoon ay des na xëy na du ko xalaat sax ba du ko wax so that was very very low.
su nekkee mbiri family sax dañ ko war a condemn ku ko def.
No, but Fatou is nobody's family. Fatou is Gambia's family. Let's not even try to dignify that. Anybody trying to own it, Fatou is our family. No, because if you're trying to own it, somebody else can own it, then where does she belong? She's an independent media house and she accommodates everybody.
Fatou Gambie ñëpp la Fatou ñëpp fii programme bi ñëpp ñu fi nekk dama gëm ne weda
daanaka ñu moo MC
ku def lu nga xam ne lu ñaaw dañ ko war a xoolaat man gars yi maa saaga dafa lay di wax léegi ñu ma ko wax man dama gëm ne maa dugg si politics soo ma saaga taxul ma moo soo ma saaga dama laa wax ne ma la jërëjëf rek bu man xam naa lu ma gëm bon lu gën a am solo mooy neen bàyyi saaga bi si politique bi neen bàyyi personal attaque bi neen bàyyi yaaxa der bi kenn ku nekk jaar sa àddina jaar sa programmes am nga candidat booy jaar sa candidat waaye soo bëggee jël benn mi nga bëgg a ne da ngaa def media woo ñu ko def yëpp fan la mujjee mooy ñoom ñooy am problème bi ko media bi soo ko bëggee xeer da ngaa sona an Fatou di saafut saaga nga xam ne ñu ngi ko ko def ak suñu nekkul Fatou sax benn comme ñu xam ne Gambien nga wala nekkul Gambien sax warul laa saaga woon laxas an lu xew dafa ñaaw dañ ko war a condamné.
Thank you, MC. Boya, you followed the media. I'm sorry, you saw Fatou herself. Not ne nita ko wahal ne Fatou mune. Fatou si bopan juk na mu explain, you know, within this few weeks, limo go through the heinous utterances, you know, the insult, the castigation, just simply because she's doing a job, and some people feel ne she is not independent or she is biased. this is the crime. What say you to that?
Yeah, some things cannot be said on air.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you are looking for definition of an industrious woman, a nation builder, she fits in the definition anyhow you bring it. So for me, I'm not going to look at it from the perspective of politics or what people are saying. I'm going to look at her contribution. First, if you're an entrepreneur like her, you bring value to the economy. You pay taxes, and the food that we get here, I have to be frank. Some things I cannot say, but the media houses that I engage, or that I actually go to, there is no media house, as far as my history is concerned, that is more accommodating, more supportive, more professional.
And I second that. This is not the only media I've been to or I go to. And I saw a lot of people will attest to that. That's the truth. And then again, you mentioned about she pays her taxes. I remember, I don't know, but she got like the tax compliance of the year in media houses. I don't know how many media houses have received that since their inception, but absolutely. I can authoritatively say she received that. Absolutely. It was not a favor.
Yes.
It was something that she earned.
Yeah, absolutely.
So she's a huge contributor.
Yes. And that, in fact, that is the smallest of the contributions. Information itself is power. Why do people do consulting? The consultant has experience, knows how to go to get you what you want, and all that hinges on information, and that's what he's charging you for. Now, if you have a media house that has this coverage, far and wide, home and abroad, I space the molka hadamaya, molka banko lo ko diam, molka hadamadingo la nyanto diampo as a tanka no nyame. You expect God is also going to look at that to go in vain? How many people have changed their mentality, their way of seeing things, because Umbaro appeared here and clarified something? Because, Sis Nene is here trying to give her own analysis, and it clicks with some people. It gives them a new line of thinking. You cannot pay for that. Nobody can pay for this platform. It's big, it's wide, it's broad, it's home and abroad, and authoritatively, it gives very, very, very good free consultancies in different areas. Na political lembang, na society lembang, different things. So you cannot have any definition of a good person, especially of a woman, more than that. I think it's not about MC Botaja Adarajana, Sifo Botaja Adarajana. It's about program, policy, and agenda. And for media houses that don't want to be insulted, question them. There is a reason why. So you have to bring all set of people, all kind of people. Sometimes they will not align with you. Sometimes they will align with you. Look, let's be frank. You are a very wonderful person to me. Everybody knows that.
You mean me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But sometimes I make commentaries that are even against you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
But that is, that is it. And you understand that, come on. He is there to speak for Gambia. So let me tell you that. Was it last week when you were talking about your own opinion? I think Talib, if I want to be honest, Talib should know. Somebody call me and say, you are sitting on that platform and you allow Bojan to tear that or whatever. I was like, didn't you see where I was sitting on that chair? I wasn't supposed to have any opinion on what Bojan was saying. What to listen. And I respect whatever Bojan said. That is his belief. Yes. So sometimes these things happen. But we don't have to go so passionate to the extent of to say worse things like this to any individual. Yeah, it's let alone somebody highly placed in the society, not because people place her there. She earned it. Yes, she earned it. Fatu is a pioneer when it comes to democratization of information, democratization of our media and press. Because she is open to all and has given platform to all. How many people here, look, you know, there was this day that I was, a student of mine called and said, you people are doing a great job. Or not specifically. Somebody was killed here, the police did their manipulative something and the individual escaped. By Allah's grace, through our program, that case has now gone to kind of rest. Now, I think God, you know, in God's office, God has no secretary. So if you think because of your vilifying people and so on, no, look at that magnitude.
And remember the guy, the old pa, went to several media houses.
Yes,
radio and everything for so long.
Not only media houses small, went to the IDP, went to all the people that should actually do what they should do. Nothing happened. Imagine the relief that has brought to Gambia as a nation, not even the family. So sometimes we cannot have everything we want. You cannot have a media house. In fact, this, if it continues, the people will still say, oh, this is what we have been telling you. Because you cannot have a media house that will toe your line all the time. No, sometimes you will have divergent issues. And that's normal. In fact, that's what brings the beauty, the integrity, the balance. Sometimes you have to hit hard, even your own friends. That's what brings your neutrality, your independence, your integrity, and so on. Not all the time towing their line or this or that. No. And you know, even the Chief Justice has a patio. Yes, he may not come to say this, but when in time of voting, he does not vote to the jeans now. He goes and vote for someone. The wife also the same. All these lawyers and magistrates, all of them, they have. The IEP has a party. Imam Fati or whoever has a party. They all have. But is their job the nature? So sometimes you cannot even feel that they can follow. Yes, don't they even have right to belong? If they want to, don't they?
Yeah, they should be.
So this is the situation. At the Mintaleka, you see, and it's painful. Billahi is painful. Gambians and those that are watching us. Some of us coming here, nobody gives us anything. And other media houses. We live we have trades for your information. We have things that we do.
Super
we
busy.
Come out of love for country, out of, you know, and yet, whatever that we say, if it's not in line with you, hell you go lose. Saying all things. For me, for example, I don't have any issues. But don't go passionate on people. If Boyan says this, you are expert in the area, come and debunk it. No, Boyan. Based on this, simple. Next time I will also, okay, I said this, but this was wrong. And I will learn. But the issue is not about, you're this, you're that. Your mother, when he was coming, it was a donkey cart that brought her. I was there. What? How does that help the Gambia? How does that make us move as a country?
It doesn't.
So to be frank with you, for the fact that, you know, you can see how the news, the information is being democratized, no censorship, and I can second you. In fact, you know, I think those of you, we don't even kind of look eye to eye. And I've never had a call from no. Everybody is free here. Yeah. You say your opinion, that is it. And I can tell you, not everything that we say, yes, he also likes it.
No. No.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, because sometimes Gambia is silent in Kabinele. You hit somebody, you are going to touch fat.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. That's the truth. You hit Cisnene, you are going to hurt somebody. That is Gambia for you. But never in a day. We never even had a 5-minute chat. Never. I'm also. Okay, call soto. No. So this tells you, she's trying to do her job, and in this job, independence is important. So that independence, that is the situation. So please, we are talking to all of you, our fans, our followers, Gambians, non-Gambians, whether it's Kelfatu, it's Star FM or anywhere. When we have issues with individuals, let us not go personal with them. Let's talk about, you know, what we think should change so that they improve, we also improve. But you know, aninka dumola, you know, wuloning kusi fado to wall to frank with you, amanke dinoti, anamanke kuloti, amanke adoti, amanke nasinyoyati. Amanyinya, the mobe danila. Don't Canada, manke malaikolti. We can have mistakes, we can make, you know, things in our conversations and so on. But that is normal human weakness. And we also take feedback from you people. But if it is feedback of insults, then we cannot learn anything from it. But it's feedback that is based on expertise, based on logic, based on reasoning. We learn. That way we develop. It's a school for us as well. So it's just like a teacher and a student. You guys give and take. Sometimes you don't know something, but the student asks a question. You never know. You do research, and a whole lot of new knowledge is added.
Yeah.
History and and no, that is not how it's supposed to be. The prophet's relatives were idol worshippers, and he is the best of creation, based on those that believe in Islam. But he has relatives, grandparents that are idol worshippers, and in Islam, who is worse than somebody making Allah? But yet we are here ready to die for that prophet. Are we judging that prophet based on the grandparents? No. Let's forget about people's own houses. That's their house. When they come publicly, what they are supposed to do, they are doing it fine. If we go personally here, since then allow me there, it's very dangerous. Wala na manigo gavoko, ifa fula ngol bedane. Ike makule. Parce que yalon ne ko keta nyame. So gambe ndo atalen tol bele nga nyolong, ale nga mbula kan nyun sifal ke. Ite be do fa chodi kan. Ifa membe sokolo ni moya atafe. Ite fa wulu da nyame fa imalo. Mole ba fule ko tending. That's the truth. But if we all come out and begin to narrate all those things, do you think this country will have peace? No. Somebody you put as minister today, if you know how the mother was or how the father is, believe it or not, you'll think twice. But that is not the important. What they bring to the table in the interest of the general public is what we have to go in for. And forget about party. Forget about this thing. Now, please, it's really bad. It's really so bad. You know? Thanks.
It's not nice. It's not good. Kawiri ya dolo ko fo ngawira nga audio do moile eko ina nele la manya wo Bantaba ako dololi ming fa ko no feta ta ayesi. I wish I test how it is. I test how a dollar tastes. You know what I mean? And I'm already hyper. If I should take dollar, you know, the money can book on you say me that.
You'll be hypersonic.
I know, right? You may want to know na muka rotol sa bonyi. Ninga dollar. But you know, when you know people, you just judge them. But
the family fate. Gis nga bu government di joxe that propaganda media.
Mooy 5 million.
5 million Dakar.
5.8 whatever.
Some of the Fatou di Dakar bokun ci liste bi.
Absolutely. Because of the same people you are standing for.
Yeah, because bokun ci
General Gambia.
Because over Fatou ñaka na over 15 million.
And more than even coverage.
Wow. But I'm a contract. How many guys feel understand? 5 million believe propaganda la. Pour government propaganda same products bi. When the believe ay contract la, company ñu ko jox contract. Service. Pour ñu seen liggéey ñu woné.
Te ñaaka ko ñaaké just to stand for the ordinary Gambians.
So
interested.
Protection, obviously.
Yeah, you kind of touch in this issue. Possibly you can just pick up from where you stopped, and after listening to everybody's take on the issue, and give us your take on the whole saga of, you know, Fatou statement in regards to, you know, the backlash, the insults and everything else she's been receiving because she's been perceived to be biased somehow, you know, all of a sudden when she was not that once upon a time. Take it away.
Yeah, anyway, thank you so much. Thanks to all the panelists. Like I said, Fatou musoleti musome ya lonko musukatala balem Gambia ala menta ben na musukatala bal sort especially in our media nyajibi ansang dinol media lonko be media be journalism ke kan nyajibe fon sometimes the population nim finto keta musol le fon kasia, so we must give that credit to musolu and nyajibe fon the media houses all fon jang. Nyajibe, large number of media houses are owned by Musol. Because Nyajibe, LSTV, Nyolbe, Musol, Lebe, Poma, Fatu Network, Kerfatu, VOD, and other new platform, Useno Dabo platform was also. So Musolu, Gambia Musolu, Alhamdulillah, Ibakata Kambakele, and media Karola, they are champions. So Kamala, they deserve all our respect, they deserve to be celebrated. I just want to make some clarifications because these are very important clarifications one need to do. Like I said, I condemn every form of attack towards anybody, Fatu or whoever. I condemn every form of attack to any media personnel because Nigeria local media is playing a very key role in our new democracy. So I should not, and I will not align myself to back anybody. Mayor Alonko is trying to derail that one. So, bari cooking wala nyanda Senegal. Wala mnyintu ko fatula diamu na lamoy bakal. Na lamani hakilo la bakal. And fatu nidara nendro la karola. Nendro Mayor Alonko. That's the key. And nidara kumakanja wala karola. Fatu have given evidence. Ko Jumale can aneng. And she have those evidence. But you have clearly. Ako MP binko la ka neng, MP binko la ka fire ko dinko teng. That was clear in that video. And wo fanan ku mata bakele pour molio la moy ka video kuntu men diate te yota ya partager anin ko fo ko be damendo fenet me yalon ko fanan nyanda kan ko to fanan bake. Because for the video you can I jamo men beke I tell to the end and I fully cut ko jumalel ka neng jumale ka nyuko mo fight. That is something me alone nobody can deny that. And I just want to make one thing very clear. UDP party members Ndolu, we celebrate Fatu because we feel like the job she is doing. That's why UDP as a party, we always celebrate her. And we celebrate other media houses. Malialongo, we feel the job they are doing, you understand? Ibake kan anyam. Anong nimwaka of recent, with all what Fatu have been doing for UDP, you even call like the Fatu Nenkang. Nde maje, nde. I have to be very frank. Nde maje follow UDP do. Why Fatu Neng? Especially Fatu ka nendro melfo. Nde maje follow de. But nyata fana keta. Kule me alon ko mani nyanda manya keta. But nyama je follow anu mamoy Fatu la follow. Kafuko UDP call ni nendri karim fonyi. That is very important, and we need to make that one very clear for Molia understand. Anu kabring wo programo nyimbe keta abe band. Ndolo as a party na jelo ko media personals nyanta ka protect le. So as far as this kind of thing became, we nanaka expressly show Bondi to condemn every form of media attacks. Natana fana ka fadu fana ka console. Na console. Puru bajeleko asa lonko ntolo as a political party, we will not put ourselves into that. The statement is very clear. We condemn all form of media attack. Up to Mayor Lonko, Fatu was facing. And we also console her. Katanda Aloko, we will always defend truth. And the UDP stand will always remain like that. Because we are United Democratic Party. We are United Democratic Party, and no democracy, titala no media coma. That is something Mayor Lonko we all need to understand. And me political economy. The way political parties criticize each other, the same way political parties do criticize media houses, especially when they see things media lonko, it actually doesn't favor them. But I don't think also Fatula's statement has to do with that, because Fatu is somebody, but Fatu is a Democrat. Fatu understands now the media can fight criticism. So criticism for me, I mean, criticism go. I mean, nobody can. Mamira from Molmel be diamuta. Baby wo bondi kan ko kono le. Me ya lon ko wala ma nyinya ko nyun kono. Wala ma nyundo ko kamone aba do ko la. Nendro personal. Wo mo wanya na encourage. Anu nde I will use this opportunity to tell my fellow party members, especially United Democratic Party, and my fellow citizens, countrymen, Kafoko, say agree or say disagree. Say agree, say disagree. But cooking loku mata je, nungo say agree, say disagree, wala nyindu ko B say code okay, idea eson. Saman say code okay, amandie emanson. But menku mata je na adiate o amandie o kanan ne. Nendro wala found me along wala konta, nendro manyana killer. From wherever party you might come from, nendro manyana killer. Nobody should encourage nendro. But the evidence, na me understand you want to go regarding Fatula Koto. She made it very clear. Come Molmel, especially Molmel Kafai ko Ndinko, ako MP ko la Kafai. Ako MP ko la Kafai. Andum be nyaaye jan. Amanda wala Baba Janyol dol tara media to jan. Yo kuma kan jaw balafo. Against our party leader. Against our party leader. Dang, Ibango Kanja. That was not criticized. That was an assault. That was an insult. Kumakan Jawul, Kumakan Jawme Alonko, Yikawole for Fatui. And I believe every one of us need to condemn that. And condemn, you know, I mean, I end up condemning to Adandula. I end up condemning the Fadandula. Fadum Katala Balt. And I have to confess to that. Katala Balem. Fadum Katala Balet. Because Ntolmel Fonde Alon Kum Bijam. Nkanajam every week. Ntolialon Jang, Nanajam, Buka Monkey Fenna, a Domorlembang, a Gilembang, Anun Kudo. May Halon go Fatabello, a Cabrin to Lejam Kumas for B. A monkey. So the moment Bonyama, the passing Multi Mayalong, and Yotaka support. So Molmelgafoko, ha, Kunum UDP call we are celebrating her. But B, Bantaba celebrated because they feel like, you know, a la reporting patterns. That is what I said. Agreed and disagreed. But it says some couldn't because couldn't maybe feel I will mess you like it. But be now just disagree. And if you want to criticize because you have right to criticize. Everybody have, but let it be constructive criticism. Let it be constructive criticism if you want to criticize someone. Because we don't Fatmala media household for a single political party. Fatmala media household for a single political party. So basically, Nico Molmelka celebrate Kunu, be well like our name. Well, I think there is inconsistency in that. Because for evidence in hand, many of the people Melka go carry UDP. Okay, I will go like Ako will can and I didn't mention the Vulcan and Memphis. Melialonko. So those people had been, you know, had been on her well before the situations Melialonko became. I'll advise to my people again. All you to go. We can criticize things Melialonko. We feel ko offend the Melialonko amount of content. It's a criticize, but never criticize with with honesty, with truth. And with respect. At the end of it, media is very important. Even in our new political space, media is very important. Because the media used can make sure we the information push into people so neo industry nyinta ya fa say we ha dolbe avenue sur la nyadile pour que information nyinta ka front mo. So I condemn all form of attack against her and any media house. Generally, against Fatu and any other media house. I condemn every form of insult to them. Amanyana kele B, amanyana kele Sama, and I believe my fellow countrymen will really understand from now on by the political phenomenon we are going to follow. Kajoko we this media industry they reserve. Ne bula yela kolke, yero san ne bula yela do ko kunya da kala nyami. but media household fanang isa kata dorong fanang ila ethics solo ila loi mu menti ila call mu menti yebula won non kana fuko because ni dental the moment in media ko a private media house ko a public media house sign inyanda kele doko kele ko nyanda ka nyame hey BBC if you go to CNN and BBC if you go to America people are saying CNN is a pro Republican. They call other media houses, a social pro Republican. They call other media houses pro Democrat. So, come in GRTS, people are criticizing GRTS because they feel it's a pro government. Some people are criticizing Ketford because they feel like it's anti-government. Some are criticizing Fatina or Africa as pro government. So, but we criticism it. It never criticism Kekang, but whether your criticism is true or not. That is something is going to be judged by people. So to end my talk, I condemn all form of attack on any person. Let's make sure we have decency in our politics. Let's make sure we have decency, in everything we will do. Thank you so much.
wax bi ñëpp dégg nañ ko li nit ñi gis li nit ñi dégg Fatou wax li nit ñi gis te Fatou gisu ko li nit ñi dégg te Fatou déggut ko bari na parce que mbir mi yaana te wax yi bari nañ waaye at the end of the day ñiy déglu des na si ñoom pour ñu analyse déggin nag am na nit mun naa wax waaye ki ko dégg yi des na naka la ko analyser ak naka la ko internaliser waaye olof daf dee wax ne rek ne bokkuma ci moo gën du man kenn bokkuma ci moo gën a rafet pour nit ko ne du man kenn diw ak diw def nañ ko at the end of the day li xew daf ne fanga jarut jaxat waruñ ko explainal kenn waaye lenn ma waxati ko si Fatou moo nekk koo xam ne fi mu egga du ne ñi koo xas ñi koo sàgg ñoo ko fa àggal buñ ko mënoon ñu àggale fa seen boppa munam ak dooleem ak takkoom ak mandoom ak dëgërluwaayam moo ko fa eggal ak xam-xamam nag mu fees lool ci fi nga xam ne loolu laa liggéey buñ ne ootee si fànn googu noonu bu njëkkute ekkate loxoom fooguma ne am na keneen kuy njëkkate ekkate loxoom si fànn boobu loolu yëpp suñ ne tubaab xees na nañ ko bàyyee mënuloo koo xas mënuloo koo sàgga bam xëy ñuul parce que yàllaa ko jox xeesaay boobu kon ñu nangul ko munam ak dooleem te bàyyi ko mu def liggéeyam ànd ak moom taxul mu ñàkk koo def ànd ak moom taxul mu ñàkk koo def Fatou is Fatou and she's always going to be Fatou so nañ leen jël yàlla rek ñu bàyyi loolu te xam ne gis nga Fatou fi mu egga ci media ci profession bii nii it's not chance it's not by chance daf ko mérito daf ko moo tax mu egg fa te loolu noonu waxa ba yeew sa boppa taxul ne daf koo xëcca mu delloo ko gannaaw nañ leen rafetal door de na suma bos la nga aar ko parce que bu keneen la nga joxoñ ko loxo loolu yóbbuwuñu fenn nañ leen rafetal jikko yi rek su boobaa buñ ko defee rek ñu mun a ànd ñu egg fuñ bugg a jëm parce que Gambie bi ñu ñëpp a ko moom te lu ñuy ut pour ñëpp la comme que pour ñëpp la nañ leen ko ut ci anam bu rafet ñu def ko ci yoon ci njekk ak ci taranga nga xam ne buñ ko séddooyee ku ci nekkal li nga cee am di nga kontaan pour jëfoo ko dinañ toon rek si suñ ges bi Ibrahima ko nga fo ñaameng kabirin be programme start la ibuta Kombo is right staunch member of UDP former of UDP United Democratic Party but he resigned you understand UDP and then in a position as regional constituency chairman you position of an Sendile Imantara UDP. Let's just recap. What informed that decision for you to be in UDP? I'm sure for so many years. I don't know how long. Possibly you can tell us. But what informed that decision for you to think this is a party I don't want to affiliate with anymore?
Abaraka bake Fatou. Nene, sorry. With all
the nice things said about Fatou, I want to be called Fatou today.
Exactly.
I know my mom is called Fatou. That's why I love Fatou so much. Oh my God. Almost a
Tura kundankolo. Mbaji la basiri nga boli baba kota bakang. Bare kanana ndroila kumaka unyinkang nte meta UDP le. Kabrimbe mbe schoolo do meta UDP le. Andu nga duko ke bake UDP konole nsembo tolombang na soto tolombang kaje ko kadunka findi ka UDP balonde pour nyin kamala banko bela muna fonsa soto noji because ninga patio jibe wala ndiko patio kallo sartol minul la wolong kaje ko nga banko mara patio le tunkun folo ka kenyinati ka banko mara anu ka kem molti mi yalon ko ite ka jenko nin tilimbaliya minge pour kaje ko ite nana mansakunda ye ko tilimbaliya ni wo jenko ni rectify lati molko ko naso be caring ite sinana with the development molko kuriyala be caring ite sinana nin tonya molko luwa le mambeta ite sina with new luwa with new policies kaje ko banko e sila kendo soto political party min beba lorin jang i belo to wotun kungleka anunde meta UDP kabring village level to ward level, then to the constituency level and to the regional level. You understand? Nita iketa kabring at the ward level watu morning na keba dole kata, you know, akasila na kuole bake. Then I was in school kafunye ko bari dile kuwa kama maslam bake. Iti yaje meka la kuobe rofri nyami ibe hanyi nka findi political kon up to this stage. Yeah, family. And then I have served as the village secretary kaje ko ka lual de da miyan ko bentol fond da makwela in terms of governance miyan ko mboleke within our community kaje ko ngalokun kan miyan ko wolbe UDP fanande mala mboto wolton climax ntata na ke secretary at the ward level. From there nata na ke faculty auditor first before the auditor, it was the vice chairman ngami sort of follow at the constituency level. Then nada now plus unying Burundi kanaki auditor. So it is during my auditor position on cool nada na happen within the structure. Min nada na ke nketa constituency chairman. But me atin nketa constituency chairman Kombo is hamolu nyindi ko UDP nyanda balulale Kombo is. And nyanda balula Kombo is nyaming wala nyinte nyanda tarastartol ka mimba atinala ka banko dema kaje ko ni futa da man sekunda ibe simfa nyale tala mimba kala banko dingo be mu nafamuti andum asenia tele ko mota simfa nyata la politiko kono ya foko imman la fi nyato tala politiko kono for nyato tai politician as long as you started small, you are thinking about going big. And then if ninkoko politician or mimman lafika grow big, then that person he's just camouflaging the situation. But that's not the reality. Ibe grow la nyami wala nyindi fana ye simfalta jiko miyanonko ibe wala noma kan ile patio kono sartol miyanko ibola noma kan ile patio kono pour wo sartol yeke ma fa lati ni kata mansa kunda dalilo miyati nanna place o sende United Democratic Party place o mi entrosinya kuluo ni mbunya kono horomo ni kanunte ya kono ntelefon nga place o sende horomo ni mbunya ni kanunte ya ni teri ya kono anu kabrimba place o seila mammo kol kesenke wonyama bar nga constituency bele kumandi nko ina esi nga kacha politiko la miyal ko bo dende UDP la politiko ngo constituency nyin kumandi anu ngai tandi la mimbe mutarinte bulu andi ya jentole amake ko ma jento ya jentole ngai tandi la nga fo sembe mun simfanya la tala the constituency mole nyina fonye ko we are appealing to you pour ikana place wo sende. And then at that constituency level meeting, nganyine tandila ko dalilo mi atin nambe place o sendi la wala nyinti ko ntenga mimfo kon na UDP mi anko mbe mi anko we are the grassroots, but our strength, our powerhouse, our focus and our leadership are not in control. Ya family ni atara leadership mimbi je ba ko tamandikang simfanyal mantaku. I think it is right time, or it is in a good consent, I can say, we call all the parties and all the stakeholders within the party nga si Bantaba to mial ko wala mbe ba di mbundi nga kacha mimbe mimbulu nga bundi nyobulu nga parti ko dum molbulu ila kerentela sartuti ko anga singa kacha kulle tamoda mial ko mbe ngalon ko tonya at the national executive level coming down to the regional and the constituencies, our structures are deeply divided. And then we cannot move with that division into politics. Recalling 2021 ko ngantara a presidential election and the percentage Minnesota was 27% and something, which is about 200,000 vote in Minnesota. Now, until a mirror of minti water in the core, we have to consolidate. We have to make sure the little ground we have, we grip it, and we should not get lost of it. And nkuku so sabatindi party dingol kabring party alpha kana fo party mo la bandu wol nyanta kala mbela sartoti.
Sa ite la fitano munna o ila jero mu muntenung fo wole manke.
Ntele jero mu mindi wo manke bar fanande nte tarta because we have about 11 candidates in terms of flag bearer selection at the Congress article the flag bearer tombo min tambitano. Ntele choice was Talib. Ya family. And the man nu UDP kono. Hanke baba usena ya lono konte choice mu Talib let. Ya family. And nu molka min for ko Talib was not prepared for this flag bearer position. Ntek Ebrima Ceesay ko womanke ku sotorenti. Ba useni ya endorse le anda ya makwele pour kaje ko ino molie Talib nga support because min geta UDP made opposition le. We have so many years opposition. And in Keba ni ya itendi la ko ate jata kende ya manke sanjo founda mande de. Jata kende ya ko amasoto.
Juma le yofo.
Ba usenu.
Oh, okay.
Akaman jata kende ya soto. Because we can all recall in 2021 ba usen ni Dr. Olbe filo kon. Pour nyin kamala mimba makwela no. Anda ya tandi parti dingol lal amamo nakarde aya tandi parti dingol lal ko binde da alhalo be tembo mi da jato la karola amanso.
Okay.
Ya family. So say but ni atata mon ko amu fo evidence man sotala nko e ko angam badu fo lunga si lunga minna be jarel evidence e bondi wala mo ba la ko fo evidence sotala fo evidence man soto. Mote parti o dokula is sort of thing ya beke parti ko parti balundi just all a fine day ya fo ko nyoto parti la. Wota kala no mine yenyorindi parti la. And Diamu Jamal Bekeri, Kafuko tenin.
Sign left and ala wodi Diamu Jamal because ku Jama Futa, especially West Coast. Ite West Coast. Sign before you move, who is your National Assembly member in your constituency?
Abduso.
Oh, Abduso is independent now, or let's say
it's Barrow. I think it's Barrow.
Abduso, he's in the article UDP candidate and then
he's not on the UDP ticket,
yes,
but resign.
Yeah, and join MPP.
And
it's NPP now.
Yeah, and MPP.
Well,
but you know, in the parliament,
I think he's the guy who was making the rabbit the hyena thing. Is the guy?
What is the rabbit hyena thing?
No.
No, but has he officially declared as NPP, as joining NPP?
Yes.
Oh, he has done that?
Yes.
Okay, I must have missed that because I know Abduso very well.
Officially.
Now, okay, let's move. Now, Diamu Jamal, you understand, nga Cole Moile, ko minul be West Coast, Ming resigned ta, o minul be Talib support kan. The reason why ibe Talib support la, Talib ye sanne, Talib ye ke jole, and don wol kata suol kono, ka mol convince ka se pabi sign you understand ata nola you know alnga Talib support specifically ite you were the constituency chairperson. Has Talib paid you to buy your allegiance or your support or your loyalty?
Sister Nene Talib tende sanano tumando ni minuba platform to jang foni wol ko e manlo ba Talib tende sanano ando hanni Talib ni mola joint atente sanano
ngin Talib di ninte join be
sanna
sanna de
joint atente sanano
na ninte join be sanna de.
I am an independent person. The independent and independent since I was very young. I have my own establishments. You understand? Aba kole ala pour Talib yente sanno and aba kole ala pour mo kote yente sanno
Pour aye koy ni ko I have my own establishment. What do you mean?
wala nyindi ndemu engineerati.
Oh, okay.
I have a farm, a construction farm.
Okay.
Yeah, family. Wala na konde independent.
Okay, independent.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
wokuma fanang fotale ko imam doku wosoto. Wala tin na Talib lebe balunde Talib be kodo dile la wala tin na aye sanno. That's why I wanted you to clarify that point so that we get it straight.
Nte UDP Kombo is Nia Jahan B ko alfan minu be Kombo is e benno ma pour nga murunna nkanata because ya lon ko ni kambulo du nyoko na nyami
okay
ni nata 2021 election ola in Kombo is ba Usenu na dépense je ni nata Abdou Soda election ola as National Assembly member nga dépense je la ni nata chairman Yankuba la election ola nga dépense je la ni nata councilor election ola nte fon kunna nga dépense je la ya famle so aba koli ala le mimma long wala safo andu mi ya long ata tilimbali ya man na batina ba nakarla barko to nyanteng wala man to nyaale long wonten ko moti yaje ni koko kari sanne logically inyanta lonal is this possible how many number of people within West Coast Talib Soul Sanno and how much money he need to sustain those people. This is what you need to think about. It's not about you buying them, but sustaining them. You understand? Anu ni nata ntol min jama bebe West Coast kono ntol mi anko ikafunto le team Talib West Coast ntol man Talib muta kensenke. Ndeka nyifo mole and any platform ngaso nta fojele at any badi akacha kono nka fojele ko niara tonya Talib was not promised and tonya Talib was not prepared. Why all this point? Because Talib is mean for K-Bay, wala nyintu ko. Nteni fen kacha. Audio to long, telephone conversation long, several to long, I am not going to discuss anything. So that's the silence they are trying to capitalize and speak about Baushenu and then try to defame Talib.
Say ninge moy cool fotale. Kacha ketal. Ika wole fo.
Okay.
Kachal ketal. Kubol fotale.
Okay.
Bare mim mambo. Okay.
So mio kacha fana nyo sabo siande. Kuof do fana begin nta bypass la no. Wolan the how to call na movement of within UDP. Sorry, within West Coast Gafoko, Talibu, Kasukurol, Kalendal, you know, T-shirt all. Look, before we come to 2023 council election, then who was there? Silfo Sonko.
Yeah,
and Silfo Sonko we know had moved to MPP.
Yes.
And then politically, our chairmanship have gone. And then politically, UDP is somehow dormant. Yeah, family. Talib kana wole nyama as organizing secretary kadunka findi kajiko a UDP balundi West Coast kono. And he was doing this without the knowledge who will come in as UDP candidate, much more to be Yankuba Dabo. He never noticed. Yeah, family. UDP didn't want kana West Coast KMC kasika kasama West Coast. Purin kama we can be able to have our political movement within West Coast, and whoever comes in as our candidate can enjoy whatever label we institute there. Yeah, family. So ni told Sita, ikoko ikantul jole. Min fa yafu and mobe ke siso family wala chairman Yankuba Dabot. Atelaf. And chairman Yankuba Dabot tel number babule. Ainte yalone. Nga yalone. And nga kuja ma tamo nyokono. Bare amang kol ka fonye ko Ebrima nana nga si nga kacha nga kumaleje nga kumala moy wala kumala fonye nga kacha nga bonyoto atata radio to en pamodi me be caring aya foji and up to being ko fola ko UDP's all this internal problem is all caused by Yankuba Dabo. If party is divided, is Yankuba Dabo who divide the party.
Munate ne yofo.
Munane ngofo because he came with his personal agenda ko afana la fa UDP la flag biara. Because I am more keen than kanne kafu ko nyanta support lane. And then that will
have support pour
flag UDP la flag biara yala. So ne another law abi radio to akoko attend my UDP la flag biara nyini. It will be new to somebody who never know, or new to somebody who never approached him, or new to somebody who he has never approached. But not new to me who he had once engaged me. I mean for how long, and that will take me back to the issue of Kombo is my stand and Yankuba stand. Mbeka kumo fo ngafale ni ngafo mimbe mbulunkole fo ntani Yankuba la stand nyoy wanyama within West Coast and Kombo East womu Yankuba fongo na daji quality. Yankuba and Sifo Sonko, they are all from Kombo East. Sifo is from Tuakuta, Kombo East. Yankuba is from Kafuta, Kombo East. I'm from Jiboro, Kombo East. All of us are Kombo East. Moma kulia moti, moma fisia moti. Ya family. Ndenga mine for Yankuba enkai ko Yankuba ite mu politician not more ke command for political activities. Pour que informila bunya ila ifon la bunya ibika songala. Ibika molla kolta. When we drop a message for you, you decline our messages.
while Kabra keta chairman ko
Kabra keta chairman oti.
Okay.
Ya family. No la fa nka sign. Ntara badi mun Kabra wodi amo beke West Kombo Isla executive for Bulta Alpha ya kan wakan. Ikoko Ebrima, you are our constituency chairperson and Yankuba is also a chairman of West Coast and the same time a son of Kombo is. Then two political heads within Kombo is should be able to see each other. Ndala office.
That would be the nice thing.
Ndala
and right thing.
Exactly. Ndala office nga fai. Nkai chairman Yankoba, the worst mistake you have done and will haunt you forever was going to spew that statement at Pamodis Radio. Because you have the opportunity to sit everybody down and discuss why and what we were doing. You could have the first half information than to rely on somebody's information and do what you did. Nga fa nkai ni agentes Ebrima Ceesay sabatela man la fi nganna kila wala nyindi Kombo is dingol ye balila hakolla nkai sirfo sonko meta become area council le aka doko minke within West Coast. That should not exclude Kombo is. Kombo is part and parcel of West Coast. Then if you are doing for people and you are not doing for Kombo is, and they also have their little share from that, you are denying them. And we said this to Sirfo that he didn't do it, and we blame him for not doing it. And that's the same thing now. We still blame you. Instead of Sirfo blame la being an angete jay. We have not seen it. And I ran Mama de la West Coast ako. Allah follow no minimum motari West Coast dingal bolo. When they came to Kombo East at the meeting at SO3, meeting in Kuloro, and the meeting in Juboro, we have 3 meetings. From our 3 wards that we have. And ngoni for Kombo is dingole jele. Mko ko Yankuba nga file ko. Anyantam fenkelam fane Kombo is lensa minje kafuko at least hand bo holo long. When we need that, you should give us that. But Kombo is dingol ka wuli Kombo isle yeta Yankuba office Yankuba bullshit them. Ake bay. Ake appointment no tinya.
But Kombo is a 3 ward councillor soto.
Yeah.
You understand? For one ward councillor Patijuma.
2 are from MPP, 1 from UDP.
Okay, so 1 from UDP, 2 from NPP.
Yes.
For all ila constituency fund or whatever, ika wo Kenya dile.
Ila constituency fund development fund ntolbika.
I'm not considering what development.
What
constituency.
Sorry,
Yeah,
what development
exactly.
funds?
What development?
What development funds ntolbika. Ya family. So barenga engage linga ko. Ika deal news media everybody. Nga don't know you are disbursing funds. And we know our councillors receive funds. But we are not realizing this.
Feeling the effect.
We are not
of
feeling
it.
the effects. You understand?
And don't Allah National Assembly member Fanang Abdul Sow. At this now at the NPP,
At the
but
NPP.
first time at the UDP.
Exactly.
At the Fanang a constituency fund
Mutale. And
Amanati. Kombo is.
Amanati.
Okay.
So near Jibe, in the Kombo is alone. When you talk about allowances and funds from constituency development fund and the ward allocations, if you put all the sums together, we are talking about a single year. We are talking about 3 million to 5 million, between 3 and 4 million, sorry. That's what we are talking about. Because if you look at the article geology fund alone, that's a 1 million, which is separate from the 5 million, the first disbursement. And now 1 million, 1 million, 2 million. Another councillor the same thing, another councillor the same thing. So we are talking not less than 5 million. And when addition of the constituency development fund, we are now talking approximately 7 million in a single year.
And Kombo has a voter registration
of more than
600 something. That's registered voters.
Exactly.
We're not talking about unregistered minors and all that.
Kombo is doing and the chairman hakole benkang ka lo Kombo is doing Kajeko, if I don't know Mindy, what if I don't know Mindy Yasoto? That a chairman Yankubaya. And all the Kombo East executive members were there. Now, fine, if you come to Kombo East, there is no single politician attached to you in terms of advising you. Being it young or old, girl, a woman, a man or a boy, no one, a politician or no one attached to Yankuba to give him that advice.
Aside from the councillor.
That councillor. Yeah. No file. And the night and the Kombo is neglected. Sirfo Sonko Kombo is neglected. Na file. And the Yankuba Kombo is neglected. We will still tell you. Whether you like it, take it. If you don't like it, throw it. But we will tell you. Somebody will have to tell you this. Nina Muni and tell me Yankuba disagreement. Now he want to use that ko inomba talible fasa kan anu nga fay kulo ko nga fay banke kono Kombo is, we are blessed with big politicians. We are blessed with people at the helm of affairs. But yet still, they are not bringing the benefits to Kombo is. They are denying the people of Kombo is what they deserve. And now, Nate Woje trying to convince me to support. And then Nakata Lo social media, Kafoko, he's not interested in UDP's flag bearer issue. Ndenga file tulo ya mwenka yankuba. Kombo is near to ye. Even Mansayani in Gambia Banko Kaneta Sotolano. You have to come back to Kombo is. It's your homeland. Every president or every deputy or every councillor or every minister, they are all empowered and supported by from their yard. Yeah, family. Coming for the Sukuro Talata Kombo Ntola Katalaje. Let me tell you, Anba Usen Sukuro Ntola Katala Kombo West Coast. Ba Usen Sunkar Sukuro Ntola Katala West Coast. Akadi alaji kelele ntolle naka lanyo kan kataka janjang aka listo di mol and in the case of Talib Sukuru
amanke ko aka natiro dorong altolia
no
ateka nati ay listo di lela alba sambala jumalela okay
anu nia jareta mem masoto alaji sa ko la fay ko yamara karifana masete do bonin dirala ya family he is doing this because of his political will within the community of West Coast. Now, Talibu started way back in 2018 to give sugar to the people of West Coast, but not even the people of West Coast, but to his family in West Coast. Do you know that the
family?
Talib's family.
Oh, okay.
Jawarkunda family, their current head of the Kabilo is from West Coast. Is currently in West Coast. So akasukuru sanne ayadia la awulunyo lella animinu denta animinu bota Kabila kila akadi wolella. Is this juncture? Politician oli yaje ko Talib la sukuro kanala family mol kanne ikoko why Talib la sukuro di la family members la and we politicians we are here he's not giving us even a quarter of a cup. No, we have to go. Talib is our guy. He's our guy. We have to go. Ya keni sana we are into no kono latente. Yeah, family. Then we have to communicate back to Talib. This is how the distribution of sugar, the population increased because of the demand. And I feel Ninte Kombo Sukuro di la UDP dingol la. And the UDP e nyaton kol le soto in West Coast. Bunyakan, kanunte yakan, mislime yakan, sunkoro hormona bunyakan, mba di le lale. No one among us here will deny ko mol dolbe UDP la executive kone West Coast and at the national level mota afro ko dol bije te sukuro sanna no fay. Dol bije te sukuro sanna no fay, but dol bije sukuro han boto 50 ni ko asay basan na. But bunyani kanunte yakan I feel ko anyante sukuro dile lale akane bypass ni miyata mislime yalo ni miya reject mislime ya mo kumandi mislime ya min kumandi wala unity mislime ya min kumandi wala support to each other
mislime ya min kumandi wala nga nyodema ye reject nintafo fo naya di molkatale
kay
kabring atika ka di mon nene ya rejectle
no mon nene ma reject ntela longoto mo ma reject no mo ma reject adi mo rebe
so fast forward ñunul be yemin fo wolé la decision inform pour ka fo ko ntebe bola
exactly when the decision inform la bara minketa yalon when you are selecting your flag bearer of course you can be biased but you have to be truthful. When I say bias, because you have a supporter, you have somebody you are supporting. You can be biased. You only feel only your candidate can lead. That's a bias. You understand? But the truthful also is you cannot only stick to your candidate if there are other alternatives that every other person feel it is necessary. In terms of the flag bearer selection, we have to be very critical. And we have to be very observant and we have to be very judgmental in terms of what we do and what we put out there in order to be able to capture the other interest political parties for a potential coalition. Yeah, family. Kabri wakera start until a candidate onying ka castigate ka kumol de farmer ndemandiamu. Nobody will see me on social media ka fako tendente. Because ngalo loko minku mayata wolo ni mo fulol benda il faut fitinata faut keleta badi ya bije kanunte ya bije teri ya bije anyanda sila lali akacha ko ku bije fitin raba bannala nte ngole foye then that's the time I went ground. If you ask Talib about Fule, what Talib call, look, we have to be careful because Gambians, everybody, they are looking up to UDP. Why not? We allow elders to take the lead for reconciliation, despite things might not go right. And then why I said that, because Talib alone is critical. Because every Gambian, every person, being it a Fula, a Jola, black, white, short, tall, everybody can find a Talib Konole. And nun,
ima wo itela mira lole.
Na mira rote.
Parce wo miro.
No.
Sutita o fatata lenko dewa.
Na mira rote.
Fatata nindol miro.
As a father, no, but the number will be limited.
Okay.
Abadoyanale. Because mira keta biti lola. Near sensuous the way so vacant on Talib, you can see what comes out from it.
Okay.
And then this have to be an instrumental tool for UDP to rely on and then make their informed decision.
Okay.
So when you therefore, mko sign muna lo nya kolending kono because molo mi anko ni modoli ajibe ke fanja kon, and that's the minority. And then we have to be careful how we deal with this issue so as to be able to still retain and capture the independent voters. Because we still need them. We are talking about 27% in 2021 presidential election. And that, to retain our battle, to get presidency, we need to make sure we increase on the percentage, the voter turnout, or the voter population that we will register. We have to increase on it. And this will yield a significant amount for us to be able to secure our position as the president. Yeah, fam. Kabringa nyinfoe, you know, sign. We have to be critical. Let's allow the system to flow, and allow him, even if they vote against him, then we will still be able to bring it back and see a contested brand. You understand? Nendro e kaminfo, castigation e kaminfo. It's easy to take it if it is coming from your opponents. Ankana nyo nakar. Nendro ni kajafiro. Adsoni yaringo. Adima isa to ano jumale. Wole le opponents will minuke kajafi. But you cannot take it within. You understand? Andung kabiru wa mume bekara. Atalib kolonkai ko. We have to make sure we open for dialogue. Abafule yele ngakol wato minembe fitri safu sal wato fitro ni safu tema ngakol. Bara ya tara alfa dolle bije yaje bi do benji bara wafuko ni Ebrima mu dindi ngolti. Bara jiko min hormoni bu nyami bije woli atini alfa ba fil la ko kacha nyanta kelale. Hey fitino naketa nyaaw nya kacha ka banne.
So ite say kol mimbe fota kol mimbe keta ite lafta nun aliye diamu aliye nyomoy aliye ke kilinte ite lafta
wala masoto no anda masoto no nyami wala masoto no party alpha la
Okay, Talib didn't object it. Okay.
Even Talib's mother have made attempts pour kajiko dialogue ke we come in under one umbrella kachali ke nga finti nga Gambia dingol firing nga banku dingol firing, then we can come out as one united force. But kacha man so don't know. The BJ ye molki now the West Coast team nga foyele. West Coast team ye commande e ko mole ko astafra before ben commande la nga fo alaji Kamara nga fo sirma yele e non ko I don't know one day or the other but ba useni ben commande la le aben commande la ko nyako Ebrima ba useni ben commande o mam dolla time so let's do what we are doing. What I am feeling, I know this will happen.
Aye call.
Mbije nka ko na man de ko la be de ko la na me de ko la sirman ko la mbija alaji ko. Ay alaji ko. Ako alaji ko nyanda ka channel. Bari yaje conversation no miyan ko afuta
kacha kitale ateni alaji wakal kacha kitale. Okay.
Akeda anu we are
oyalon kacha mo monelete.
No, we are all together.
Ah, okay.
We are all together. It's just because we are somehow we are trying to make things good and come together for that united force. Ibayel ko kacha do bije watafola. But ku do bije wafola. Ya family. Ndenga min fo wolo nyindi ko. and what is clear. And I am more ruling the Lekajeko, Ebrima Ceesay does not move an inch. But I'm not moving a dime until we sit and discuss. And then we help the UDP, we help the militants. Kabring woko beketa, jamfal le lata, na feel ko jamfal min lata nta cross la no. And I nta cross
jamfabo
wala nyinti ko, those with the voting rights in UDP, yes, ye change in the flag bearership. Ye change. Kabri ye change ko we cannot move with this. Trapo mimbe nyato, we cannot cross it. We have to.
I'm not sure whether you guys understand that part, but
that is before the flag bearer.
Before the flag bearer selection, when the process are on.
So Nico,
I don't know, but good practice dictates that you cannot change anything that has to go with election or guides election at least 6 months before the thing. That is good practice, even nationally, internationally.
Even.
So you're telling us that some processes or certain things
were changed.
The tradition basically.
Exactly. Okay. Those with the voting right, because when you come to West Coast, those who vote in this flag bearer election, we are not having the voting rights.
Okay, I get it now. Okay.
You understand it? Because those with the voting right, you will bondi jail because they feel they will not vote for Bausenu. You understand it?
But Jumale wo power soto purka wo changes ke.
Yeah. Ni na the UDP la constitution la mbafule ko the current constitution that we are using. There are a lot of amendments made to it.
Constitution is never perfect.
You understand?
It's a progressive document.
No, there must be a better time for you to make amendments to reconcile.
Not
at any given point. You just come and amend, and then before people will realize, they know the amendment agenda is this.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So this is it. And nkaji ko mwoli enana, dia mote banna. But min kumata wolon kasi bade bunka kacha kanyo moy ni agente ba hanyila mba fulo ko ngam fonyo UDP le atrenga katakul min kije my friend nte ngam minke adoata nyaw nya hanne ata nyin domondi ngolo nyanda silale ngam fongo ya dada bibi nin lo da kere fatul bundato tendeng ngoko adunna ayo firo kay fitinoji jay keloji abaful hanna manta bidiko da abaful ngata bidiko da mba minti fresh le sananga nana just to excuse him or herself to run away from that violence in that place.
Absolutely.
And we are looking at the political analysis, not by the political sentiment. We are looking at the number, and we are looking at increasing the number, how to maintain that number, and how to build on that number.
This is it. Minketa Asiata and everything else. Fast forward to where we are. You have finally made your decision, right? Yeah. Oh no, let me allow you to say that you have made a decision to say you are no more a UDP member and you have given up that position, right?
Yes.
And that decision is final.
That decision is final. I've made it to the press that I've resigned.
Oh, you wrote to resign.
And then I've made an audio, send it to the constituency people, how to call militants, for them to know this is what I have done, or this is what I have taken, finally. You understand? Because people cannot entrust you with their leadership role, and yet you are leaving, you don't want to communicate to them.
Okay.
You have to at least tell them something that will be convinced enough for them to say someone is gone. And then you can be able to replace the person. But if you are there, you are not doing what they are expecting from you, that means you are just killing them silently. And you cannot deny them that opportunity that they have. It's their right.
Kombo is, ite UDP, ku jamal ya soto o molia dile la o ikakeno because imunung aside from your business, like you've said, you're an independent person, but then ila nakalinko katakuol o ila ikamamang politiko to aketanung UDP tola saindung ibota UDP. What is the sentiment mol iteni mol be nyameng je? What is the sentiment of people, you understand, in terms of you leaving, where potentially you might go to, or, well, you have said here that you didn't hide it, that you support Talib. Talib is your candidate, right? And of course, because of everything that has happened, you did not feel you can stay after all that has happened to him as your member. What is the sentiment within there? Because no matter what, these are people that you should be working with, you might be working with, you will be working with. Can you just elaborate a little on that before I move to our panelists?
All right. As a human being, not as a politician, not as a teacher, not as a farmer, just as a human being. In your community, in your settings, you have to make sure that you have that cordial relationship with people. You understand? Give due where it is definitely necessary. Respect and reciprocate. You understand? And if you do that, even if you switch your political will or your affiliation, people will still take you as you have to go being that individual. Your family. This political kono mota folo ko nyen nenne fo yakala muta ko nyen nenne tilimbari akono annena monsoto ya family bari fana political kono believe ta minna wala nyinti to nyaala nyanta sabatila to nyaala ka fo samba and then Kombo is dingol alko to nya yo lontole ninga stand minta ay kalo ko Ebrima botole and yen nakata ko jele amanjara ngan nakata ko fo jam bar to nya itole nakata ko jele andu ngalo ko jama be kono iten nakar la ko Ebrima man kata ko
okay
ya family nakata ko kele kaje ko yaje mba murumba senkanna mo bike yabula bala firi yakono mo bike yabula tilimbari yakono mo bike yabula ko adiyatan tele mo biko okay ike yabula conditional kamyan ka koleyata ike yabula dalilo la miyan ko tonya bas koleyalete bulle pour ya fo ko ibanyin dalilo nyin iba falenna
okay
ya family waya dina hand for b UDP dingol jama mi bebe Kombo is motije miyan ko iba fo ko nae beng nan ko jimay wala ya ko jiminya ya family we have the same we were all from the same party, we have the same agenda, we have the same point of viewpoint, and now we have a different point of view. That should not bring an enmity between me and those people.
Okay.
Ninsa mi mako eno na mako ninsa mako ro nyinin kano mimbul nimbori baita jinka in lafa nyinen.
Okay.
This is what we should all encourage, and then kaje ko ngalo nyin tunku ngokan Gambia mu mebe all the political parties, every single individual, we make sure Gambia is a tolerant country. We have that tolerance for each other. We have love and then, that respect for each other. Even near Taramba Sekunda Minika Nanita, Akadoku no ni wotonya killing one, Akasabati no ni wotonya killing one. Nimi Maki Kureka Hanino Rafae Maki. Let's do it this way around.
Bemurenekan. Cham. Deglunga Ebrima. Lim explain fini. Again, political campaign season be being good, but we see the political sentiment. And these are conversations you have the new call, every week then you're fucking, you know what, dunko indi, parenenchi, why, situations arises bega hamne, we have to, and they are all interconnected. Lan moy sa jangat, ak lan nga muna yoka, ci li Ebrima wa, lan moy sa gis-gis.
Jërëjëf nene, foog naa ne Ebrima am na di opportunity pour ñëw leeral sama bi allegation su nga xam ne last week bàyyi wax na ko fi si mbiri sukkur mbiri xaalis su nga xam ne ñu ngi wax ne mayoon ko jox gaay bu nga xam ne man tontu ma ko bëggoon naa ko tontu wante ne Ebrima is the right person because tey ñëw na moom mun naa wax yëpp si ñoom la man foog naa ne ku xam Talib Bensu la doo ko wax si mbiri xaalis ñu ko jege xam ne
I'm not saying nothing.
Because
I ain't saying nothing.
xam naa ne moom moo tax kii mu dama ko mu ne ma booy léegi lu ma daj yaa ngi ko daj fu mu nekk nii because soo jegee tali rajo yaa ngi am lu nekk fekk lu yàlla xam doy na nekkul nit ko xam ne dafaa jël xaalis di ko jox ay nit gis nga si mbiri sukkur bu bàyyi wax keroog bu war naa koo leeral fii mais mu amee di élection boobu laa toog boobu laa mun a wax gis nga political party leader yi nga xam ne ñu ngi ko baagoon seen parti ñoom ñu ngi ko supportoon ak individuals yëpp kenn ku nekk dañ ko doon yóbbul ay sukkur pare lu mel ni weeri koor yàlla dimbale yow nga am ko pare mun ngaa am liggéey sax ni jël saako sukur nga jël ko loolu warta nekka karaay foog mooy lu di nga jël sukur di ko jëndal ay nit ne waa sukur laa laaj pour nga support ma te ñëpp xam ne flag bearer issue bi ni nga ko sélégué mooy turu central executive ñoo ko sélégué te ñu mu jox sukur ñu su ëppa nekkul ci UDP sax because man am na su nga xam ne parti lay political party nga xam ne dañ ko supportoon mu amee di élection si ak ay individuals parti supporters yi parti members yi ñëpp dañ la jox sukur parti leader sax lu am sukur sarax la yaa ngi yàlla dimbali am nga ko nga joxe ko loolu dara nekku si but pour ne Taliban so mu ngi fay ay nit salary pour politics xanaa balaa tudd daga bu ma ñëw nekk si council bi bu ma nekk si xanaa ay 2018 te time boobu sax mais mu ngi nekk ñu nekk si politics bi man nag day wax ne gis nga politics dafa war a am tolerance political party ni war a am tolerance soo ko amul rek da day gis nga wax naa ko fi keroog NPP loolu lañu yàlla may loolu NPP yàlla daf lañ ko may gis nga Keba Mari ak lu mu def param ni yëpp musuloo gis gaa NPP daanu su kawam waaye wax ko lu ñaaw ba tey ñoom ñu ngi koo manage wala UDP as a party soo fa nekkee yow yaay naka dinañ la célébrer si kaw waaye boo su fa génnee problème nga Mamadou Sabali bu fa génn naka wane ko tey fu nekk mooy seen hero tey fu nekk mooy seen campaign manager tey fu nekk mooy defend ñoom Alaaji Kurang taxaw na mu ne UDP ak NPP ñu 69 lu bon la ñu ut si NPP mu ngi si UDP tey Alaaji Kurang tey mooy seen hero ak lu mu lu wax UDP yëpp ne lu bon loolu xool si affaire tappale affaire sàcc affaire lu nekk si baro mu ngi si UDP 69 leen waaye tey jël nañ ko tey ekkati ko si kaw Mamadou Sabal amul FSD mu jël bu ay nit ku bu ne seraw ne day from UDP tey ekkati nañ ko ñoom soo gis ñoom naka lu nga koy waxee buur nga doo laal suuf boo gis nga daan play bu ngay def nii nit bàyyi parti ñu ne waaw is normal who is next dal na ma I was a victim laa si loolu bu ma nekkee GDC bu ngay di bàyyi parti bi ma ne non kii amul nit Demba Sabali amul nit mais moom kenn la kañ la fi ñëw
te yu daal tuuti mu rey la.
waaw so politics doo dee xeeb nit. bu ko politicien. waruloon nangu nit di bàyyi sa parti. because kenn ku bàyyi sa parti am na ku nekk si gannaawam. am na yoo xam ne ñu ngi ko gëm ñu ngi ko óolu am na ñu ngi am yaakaar si moom. kër la jógee am na njaboot am na jam am na famille. yow number vote boo am sa number sa supporter yi mënul laa yóbbu state house da nga moo numbers da nga need to attract other political party pour ñëw nga amañu alliance and with currently UDP right now benn political party dafa am coalition man maa la ko wax fii tey si la ngeen téye vidéo boobu because luy xewaat da ngaa dafa ñëw coalition ñu win élection ñu taxaw ñu ne parti yi ndaw ngeen amu leen nit moo fi xew si 2016 coalition bu mu passé parti benn la ngay attaque fii because tey nit ki mun a ànd ak yow nga ew suba da nga waaw tey ñoom mu nekk waxoon naa ko fi yàggut Ibrahima moo baax nga ne Ibrahima moo baax nga ko si dëkk servi ko Ibrahima bàyyi la nga ne Ibrahima moo bon ku bon la loolu nit ku baax waru koo def ba xoolal bëkk démb am na commencé message di moo ne da ngeen destroy the young man life yéen a ko forcé bu mu dem taxaw elections ma ne ko ban young man mu ne ma tali ma ne ko looy daaw bu mu taxaw election 96 ñaari years la amoon 44 years la amoon ku daanu 5 times nga ne kooku laafam yaaxul ko xam ne daanoogul ko xam ne musula dégga muñal beneen 5 years ñaari élection yu def ko gagné ko xam ne every 5 times mi nga daanu ñu ngi ko ne muñal kooku laafam yaaxul Adama Barrow daan na fi élection laafam dafa yaaxu man mii daan naa fi élection su ma ne dafa yaaxu ñaari lañ te ñu ut réew Gambie fi ñu si yëpp su ëppee daan na élection seen laaf yaaxuwut xanaa ku taxaw daan sa laay dafa yaaxu lu gën a bon mooy ku trahit try moo gën a am njëriñ wala ñu génne di impose ay nit di saaga ay nit di xas ay nit bi ko soxla dafa am fu mu gis political party doo caaxaane benn member even dof bi si mbere bi da nga ko respect nit ku su savee one day sa parti da nga ko rajo cër bon tey benn solo nekkoon naa ñoom dem na yónni boppam di best thing mooy ñaanalante leen ëllëg mun na am sax ñun dajeewaat daje mun na amaat kenn xamul luy ñëw in politique war xam luy ñëw ëllëg boo fi kii dafa crop bu mu nekkee yéen croput bu mu nekkee yéen bu nga xamee ne mu ngay def loolu lu tax ooy la ngeen toog ne ko la mooy si évidence lu tax ngay def lii ak lii waaye léegi fi nekk ni ñu ngi door ku nekk ngay wax dafa bitré naka la samp naka UDP te waa NCP waa PUP ñoo samp UDP ñu bàyyi NCP ñi bàyyi PUP su ma doon toomaa yëpp ñëw ñu samp UDP.
NCP na PUP.
NCP ak PUP yëpp.
NCP ok dama fa ne.
NCP ak PUP yëpp a ñëw ñëpp a ñëw together.
NPP léegi la judd di nekk
ñëpp a ñëw together.
ok understand na.
bu doon ku nekk da ngaa mën ngaa dellu loolu ñu samp GDC fan la nekkoon et parce que nekkoon ñu daaxanu si parti bi ñun bàyyiwuñu APS ñu daaxa si parti bi maanaam kan dañ ma daaxa tuwo ñu daaxa kan tuwo tattin ñu daax esprit from the party ñu ñëw from suñu parti.
so kan la njëkk a daaxa.
ma leen di daaxa tuwo tuwalif kan tuwo tattin ko daaxa.
so 1 minute apart from each other.
waaw kan man si Ebrima les yéen ñu daaxa moom ak Kande.
ok 2012 and then 2013 a year after each other ok.
so ñu daaxa ñu ñëw ku nekk am na fu ñu dem parce que kanam mun nga am yow uti sa beneen yoon loolu dara de ko si. man musuma di ko si mbiri flag bearer because man dama gëm ne tali benn solo si amoon flag bearer UDP wax naa ko fu nekk laa ko doon wax élection bi mu am mooy gën a métti lu dal Amadou Ba Sénégal moo ko dal ci flag bearer bi in Sénégal ñoo ko on na maay mu daanu élection.
Amadou Ba ak Macky Sall.
Macky Sall donc Amadou Ba gars yi APR ñoo ko on na maay mu daanu tali si amoon flag bearer UDP tam waaye UDP ñoo ko on na maay bu ko yëpp ko daawoon na ko tey bu bàyyi UDP ñëpp. yëpp daal moo leen ko wax ne kuñ tànn neexut la mun ngaa resign moo ko wax ne suñ tànnee tali benn su moom dafa bàyyi kon ku tànnee looy daal ba kenn ñu bàyyi am nañ raison boo tax ñu bàyyi boo dee ko ci yéen bu daaw leen ko jëlee moo ko wax.
mais mu wax ko te warut a tax.
léegi ibi la leen yoon si le di parti am nga andu naka chairman of the biggest ministre naka région la nekk mu ne suñ tànnee tali benn su moom dafa resign kon tey ñu tànnee looy daaw ñu resign am nañ raison dañu resign.
ah bon.
moo tax ma ne tey tali su nekkoon di flag bearer of the UDP taf ci la mu am si élection boobu because tey on na maay bu karam la loo am. yaa wax naa ko ay yoon ma ne lii moo gën si moom naka ñu ngi ko wax MCA moo ko pousse man ñi koy maa ko pousse kon sant naa yàlla ci ndee ba léegi maay pousse nit wala ma gëm ne politique dafa war a am respect. dafa war a am respect dafa war a am discipline kenn ku nekk respecté sa morom kii mën naa nekk fi kii nekk fi ala defi dee ñu daje man waa NPP man naa ñoom dañu classante suñu tool ñu daje man naa ñu waxtaan ma amaa ñoom ku nekk ma xam si ni bon mun loo woon nit ki ne kii taxaw nit ko xam ne dafa jaay ci sacrifice struggle def lu nekk si parti bi bu ko parti si benn fan sax man su ñu ne man nekk ba UDP daf dee ree sax daf dee ree man maay contribute every month nee nañu suma seen suñ ko dog suma allowance every month dog suma salaire mu dugg si parti bi su nekkee lu ma nangu xaalis boobu su ma ko yóbbuwoon tey si suñ jumaa Ibu Taan bi ñu ne ko cash for wala yu every month xaalis boobu ñu wàcce ko kaamil suma waajur yi génn àdduna xaalis boobu mun naa wàcce kaamil suma waajur yi ñaanal suma waajur yi tey mu ñëw si man direct kon tey su ma waxee tey ma nekk même ba holder di contribuer si parti bi di defend fii laa doon toog fii maanaam bàyyi ñu ay wante panel ma ñëw week bi bàyyi ñëw week bi ma ñu defend parti bi tey suñu toogee ne ma ne ko ma UDP dam dee ree sax wala loolu yëpp seen xel fu la toolu nangul naa leen ko boo tey ñu xam nga si réew mi xam nañ lu xew xam nañ si lu nekk boo dama gëm ne ku nekk am na yu uti sa yooni bopp ayut boo ànd bi dee mu ne ndajee
c'est vrai la ma nga rap rek
waaw
pare nga waaw parce que time bi mu ñu bëgg a xaw a jaamu te we have 2 more Bojang, you were here when we started the discussions about the brouhaha, the struggle, the power struggle, position struggle within the UDP and all that. You know, today we're here, we have Ebrima, who was, you know, a position holder in the UDP in one of their constituencies. Kombo is saying that he has resigned, and he has outlined some of the reasons that inform that decision ite ye woje nyaadi le ite ye yamari munne soto pour kawo foji
bio ko sharan de fondele the issue is
ngafo de jan naka lañ ko waxate to ka foro le doron ka fo jang ngafo doron nakara mo dole mbafo la ngafo doron ngakata doron
if
akoliatare bare ngakata
if what our guest is saying, especially Ebrima Ceesay, who was the chairman for the Kombo East, is in the constituency.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm also from Kombo East.
Okay.
Because
you have a bunch of smart people in Kombo East, huh?
So, not anti also. So
I know, right?
It's really not a good thing, to be frank with you. One, Gambia Luato, if you got election or Lua falling no. 6 months before elections.
If that is true, I just want you to mark that. If that is true.
What did I say? Ebrima coming for.
I just want to tell you that because I know all those are fake statements. And I'm going to clarify everything.
Yes, so but that's what I said. Did you not hear me?
No, I heard you. I just want to make that. Your response is to what he have said.
Yes.
So, you understand? Just to tell you, Niba respond. It's how long they are all fake. I remember it's all misleading. And I will put my statement later if you speak. So by the time I remember it will not bring any evidence to them.
Okay.
At evidence I'm
okay.
Allow
me.
To help you.
Because I think it was very, very clear. I don't know, have you ever met him before?
No, I don't even know him.
Exactly, likewise myself. And Ablai was very clear and say, if what Ebrima said is true.
So I'm also emphasizing that.
Yeah, exactly. But you didn't have to elaborate because what you're doing, you're also influencing his judgment.
I am not influencing.
Allow him to say because he's not saying it's true.
I am just emphasizing because why I'm emphasizing is because I know it's an independent analysis.
Of course, you know what he would have said. He would have said what said.
No.
He said if what he said.
Listen,
and that is very clear.
When MC was talking, I would have, you know.
See, we are coming to the same.
But Monday, why I am talking? No, I think that is over.
It's very unnecessary. It's very unnecessary.
To you.
Just allow him to speak. When you come.
To you has the house.
No, but what he said is clear.
No. Let's
what you say is clear.
Pick a position.
Can you help me now?
What you say is clear.
Can you help me now? Can you help me now?
Thank you.
If Ceesay himself believes I am going to give independent analysis, I cannot give any independent analysis except if Ceesay says. Now let's hear from Ceesay, and I will come in.
I think it's better here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Fine,
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's it. Ceesay, go ahead.
Okay. It's all right.
Go ahead then.
Okay.
I think that's fine.
Yeah. Thank you all. Ebrima Baraka Bake for coming. Thanks to all the panelists. Just left that wrong. Ebrima la kuma kama. Yalong Ebrima mira diam la Bake. Anong Ebrima yu kuma jama balifo. Bari niaji be Ebrima la kuma kama to hakil mal mil kala meroke. Alla meroke ku Ebrima la diam hola. Diamu ni ba fola especially media. Enyanta fola anin dalila koyo laka. But it cannot afford come in a middle drunk just because it left a car Lundi. Because it left a drunk, Kajeko, it left a men away sabati.
No, Silvo. Ebe la point de fola. No. Ebe la point de fola. Dalilo mimbembu.
Ebrima, I'm a panelist here. When you are a panelist, no,
you cannot just say that.
I'm a allow me to talk.
No.
I have to respond to you. I'm responding to you, not anybody. I'm responding to you. So, that's what I want you to understand. You are the one who came here. Left you understand. I'm not here just, you know, me and you, we are friends. You know that. It's not about politics.
Yes,
we are friends.
So
basically, about Jambe political kachakanjang. And now expect lo ko nyanta men flam molye anyanta kala an inform this anyanta kala kumodi me alon ka sota so nyanta I feel go ite diam an ko diam kan ndey because nan ndey lafta ke la moy lafa nimbe jable ne jable an to nyala kan jabi fende me alon go me nakar la jel. This is what I want to tell you. So on kanum fo jang is very simple. Ebrima ile diamol kono e ko tiaman yon ko dawo men fenke Kombo is wallahi mol mel ya lon. But in fact, I was somehow happy that Nene Blasamananja Koyoko, what Allah Kansululu, whatever. I'm happy the way for it. But now I go also Milan to Bela Moka. Wolfanan, Yahalun, it's a Nakaran to Yamen. Because it's a Brameta, you were a contractor. You were a beneficiary for one of the world project, Ibrahim. But you do your fate in one of cover. You, in a word.
Namundo
Kulora Hospital.
Namundo
listen, Kulora Hospital. Jumale J renovate. We contractor.
Jumale J renovation. No. You want to get it clear.
I am.
You want to get it clear. Who bring the renovation? Who bring the no? You have a question on Unica. Or a senior Unica. Yes, senior Unica. So what me that? If I am Unica, you are the one who can fabric. Yes, then whatever okay. You are a guest. You are a guest. Project for me for. You are a guest. For the World Development Fund, what? And the World Development Fund of Kabara Samana, Akuko, Kuloron Kola Health Center, and Yenda make sure that Puru were fence. Family. And the word I'm going to tell you three things here. I'm going to give you three short. It's not the Kafoko Yakuba da mang fenke Kombo is. Cooled me along. It's misleading statement on it. You don't expect Yankuba, Yankuba Bekodo Sigalanyadi la Samba Kombo is. Because Yankuba chairman is the chairman of West Coast region. West Coast region is chairman of Mati. And every word within West Coast region, under the leadership of Kiaman Yankuba. Every word. And like I said, Kombo East Kombo East is about 3 words. You have Jiboro words, you have Pira word, and you have Kafuta word. Kafuta word, NPP. Jibora word is NPP, but Pira word the madam UDP. But all these words sold, they all get their CS. A Bela producer from the council under the leadership of Chairman Yankuba. So sitting here, Chairman Yankuba and Fenke in Kombo is woman friended me along woman to Tonyat. I'm going to tell you again. Not that I've been Yankuba own personal soul, for example. Yankuba not directly from the council, but Yankuba almost about 3 borehole units within Kombo East. Let him go and recite that one also. Within Kombo East. Not from the councils, not from the council funding, the World Development Funding. What did they expect? Did they want him to give them money or what? Name political events so that he contribute. Because he's a politician. Name political events so that he contribute. And make sure I have contribution of you. That is what is expected from him.
so kafoko anum so kafoko Ebrima ka diamond fo kafoko amam fenga Kombo is wo min dam ma yatandi lako mu fenet me yalon ko just comme kayan ko nakar ala diamo fon ko lenki ako dabo itali promise but ako ndamako Ebrima ka damen ko rafa min nako dabo itali promise le amanke Ebrima nyara ni atara sur refon ni atara aba mole ya fay afana nati zanyoti mole ya fay afana nati zanyoti bari Ebrima te kala jam abisi yoro to jam te kala wallahi suma wallahi ate kala ko kafoko ate akoida da moda fer anu sere jaro babulo kafoko double type ka promise ka fay ko you are going to be the flag bearer of the party but ni atara fana e be laru wala ito be dengi na do kay be sembere wo kanko double type promise let them bring evidence mon meto nyin ka jan ya fo jan ko audio record sol be bulu jan yol be fo jan ya audio recording sol be fujana ko be bulle ko tal ko double tal promise ko abakele de flag bearer bari ansai at fanam fe ano kuma ka wonata ko double tal promise that's not true and Dabo did make that very clear and I stood by what Dabo have said. And no one thing is clear ni I understood le bana because Dabo finted the ayafo asener Talibi finti ILO in the political platform. Namna mo Talibi for the political platform or ako pavillion promise for the flag bearer. Nana mo Talibla wala mnyuti ko nim party leader loka nim party leader place ni nyini ndamanta place ni no mo Talibla but Talib namna fo ko atele ko party leader kay ko mbekela UDP la nyaton ko ko dula fana nyanta ko fana bayde o fana mo fennet me yalo kuma kan nawdi me yalo ko afodele pour que jamaata ka jama sunno mo wiswas ko mo fennet me ka mo so yana ko denke aka sukur diyo men tona Talib anjan ni ba falo ko ada sila meyo ya alors dama dum e be fam fala mo ya son moment yo fo janni ba falo Talib sila meyo ya la Talib ya start ka sukur di give him that credit wallahi Talib janna sila meyo ya la utumo they have a before I don't know whether it's a charity kamusing talending and others utumo ni papa njanyo Papa Njanyol were doing Lolosilo Dokukam, Mustafa Turonyol. You understand? So it was from that moment we see Talib also getting into that Karad and the Takadum political corner. I started kaki. It started in early 2018 or 2017. I started Kasugrodi within KM. Okay? So I learned for I learned na Palasu Indial, Akira Mayoti. Okay? But ala sukurdiyo na la fongulbe ke otumo fo akala picture fon kabalen. I remember in those days akala picture fon kabalen. Ajel. So mbege for election okara Talib Tombonda as the mayor. You understand? So I started Kasugudi model within KM, I know. But within West Coast, actually Malo. I have to be very frank. Within West Coast Malo. So ndata kana nyama. Ni sugur ko diamo ni pour ka fa Sénégal pour job ya kalam wala Talib namna suguro sang I did the entire executive members wala from 2018 kana suguro sang and namna suguro sang I have made sure the entire central committee members e be suguro sang but this year the suguro momentum the thing Talib suguro di every single executive member it's only one executive member me ya lon ka biya fa ko no ala di karla ala di molante I am okay because alhamdulillah mokil ntoro na men kalamta me ya lon ko because wajelo ko ati alhamdulillah ati ya fonno la tak ati ndak ko sa di mokil ntoro bari I sugo yinda adi all the entire executive members. I remember when the sugar was given to Kiaman ya ja taka sugo sana ka adi mol but come out of respect I sugo yinda wallahi I can remember vividly sugro nyum kabring yes sugro nyum ta ako fafe ko as I mean adimo la me yalon ko amare sula sugro nyum wallahi I will ama sugro nyum say because out of respect bo ni moy bunya fo di la nyata ka bunya fo ta bar kaman ka tan dal ko Talib na man sugro di executive members or an central committee entire central committee executive central committee members for mina So na zero to say mulmel be lamol kan alalo minati no kala. But that judgment also no bula mulbulu melialon ko ebenjibe kan. Ebrima ko ako the delegates for the flag bearer selection. Ako you will fall in. Belafla Ebrima told fonye. Told melialon ko ate long. Ko wo told will benum fonko tole will benum central committee le. I told for. Jambeliano ko benum central committee le. But kabrim flag bearer selection ko asile yewul taye bondi central committee. Alors ko mahala ba pro yow fanam fu mul yalla moy. Because I même ndamambo kalam. But now Talib is part of the the central committee. And Talib is part of the people Melialonko will they are the ones responsible of the party's affairs. It's part coming 2020 of the executive economy. It's part of the executive. Fokanafu B, Fokanafu Wato Melialonko. Akari Jan as and Fonko. Talib be. So Bari ako delegate so you will fall in. Level la for delegate Juma you will fall in. But they melong as central committee mo melong. O mo kilu le nar at the central committee. Melialong go patrofile. So now you are falling to ma understand. But to tell you also, to make it very clear, Janmum Wato Melialonko, if a call Bekela, that was an executive meeting. Janiba will be announcement of that was an executive meeting. And I believe that executive meeting, if Talib is not there, he knows the information, you know whatever happened at the executive meeting, Talib Yakalamanda. And I Kalamanda. But with all that, he applied. It is a larunko. It is a Molmelialonko, it is a Jigri Walla. Already you will want to call Conan. It is a Jigri Walla, every laring. But it had a application on you. When you know very well, many already you will fall in. It is all long.
I want to get something clear. The central committee comprises of all those that are going to vote, or they are the ones who nominate those that are going to vote?
No, the central committee are the people who vote.
Meaning the 60-something,
the people. Yes, they are the one,
okay.
And then they recommend somebody,
usually 65.
Yes, plus, yes.
Okay.
And then they recommend them to the selection committee. There is a selection committee also.
Okay.
The central committee is there, and the selection committee also is there. So this is how, but these are rules, they all know it, because these are rules, they are made at the Congress. The Congress they make again from, or it was made at the central committee meetings, because the central, they normally have every 3 months or so, central committee meeting.
I missed something, because he asked about the central committee, but you talked about the selection committee.
No, I said we have a central committee
and a selection
committee in terms of the flag bearer.
Okay, no, but the voting,
the voting depends on the
central committee.
The central committee.
Okay.
They are the one who have the voting.
Okay. All right.
The selection committee.
Okay, that's where I missed it, because when you talked about central selection, I kind of got.
Good. So Ebrima you do la senendi, because these are kuma kan le nyimili alon ko man soto ndala jero fa na re fana soto at la kam toro aso fana ko jumal bondi jumal dundi.
Okay.
Pour ibajel ko mol so fana ta ka faham. Anam ko renke ako monthly salary ako talib man taraka mol jo comme mol mi alon ko ake jo tar politiko la karola ako man soto. Wallahi men kal anu Ebrima be mu misin molet afana se kal ase kal ñun na wallahi men kal ko mo soda mali alon ko talki jo politiko la billahi wallahi talla nde ben kal ni ko awdina basali mu dal ben kal mo soda mali alon ko e ke jo
would you be fair here? You said they should bring names. So color is fine. I'm a Muslim and I believe that.
Okay.
But you tax him to bring names.
Okay.
Thank
you so much. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I man left can name so but you me for that.
So let's be fair.
Name so. Bombay sir. Mole me alon come de ba the vice chair. Not bank. Bombay sir.
Vice chair of what?
Vice chair of North Bank region.
Okay.
By Sar.
Abe molko melialon ko talki ajo.
Monthly.
Political. Right?
Okay,
I can make that very clear to you. and model. I don't want to
keep naming them.
Don't dictate me. I just give you one. Just
now you can also give one.
No, whatever. You can give whatever.
It's fine. Yeah. I understand.
Model. But I'm not put out.
I understand. At least you have
to make it very clear. I understand.
That's fair.
That's very clear. Again, ako ate Ebrima ning youngster mo. I often for young back. Akani Ebrima ani youngster mo. Ebrima laki amania mamra atemera sanjifla. Laki amania. I think it's almost a year, 1 year or so. Ebrima laki amania. But it was Ebrima munu council alora council yala. Kabalo council yala avoida. Alamana harje pour ay council so abela comité kono je kabila kiamano nyi membe ja for jatata NPP ila rana kara tombom ka kiamano yamal bari Ebrima ay membe je wori nyi ko tumala me yalon ka sulo jang sla na jang se ala anani jang sanodi ana kanya ta même fa ba montra ni jang stem okay ako kada sulo da jang sla to ko la fa jande
ila ko reconstruct ba
bengela ako kabiri sulo da jang sla
ma fo nyama
no okay
ma fo nyama ni la fa ngari construct
ako kabirin kuma ba da alafta ka yangs je alara yangs ya ani yang kuma sita même ba da aya ko yang kuma
ma fo nyama
kan okay ya ko nyama okay afo ya ko nyama
ni yankuba la CEO nko Kombo is dingol le yaje ko yankuba ning Ebrima Ceesay you told me political headline Kombo is nyanta nyo jelale that mean what understanding ni wora po nyata tarde temane wo Kombo is executive or wolle wo cordial relationship o nyin sorry wo negotiation o nyin dara nganyina fo enko e ko han kabiring ay mo kinan ka ko pour nga support ngami fo wo enka ko nakumo ko eta falina ni nga fo
ay mo kika
ay mo min kina nga fo wole enka ko nakumo ko eta falina ni nga fo nya so sa min bije wolle wo initiate nko ko den albembula la
ana ko dama ale la monso ne ko male oki
fer
okay fine
ko dama male
okay
na tandi wala ko sai albe sonna la ni yankuba si na nyimbadi mun kacha ya famle Kombo is la kuoto ka min bije adumondi awar ma kay tandi yankuba ya famle mbaje senyandi lema e ko kansulul min fo o kansul kam min fo na fayene nkay ko
ani just so tawo me alongo ako Kombo isin ko wala alfa ñu kabri ya je ko atani ñan ko man do ko kelal ensemble atama je ko ani ñan ko man do ko kelal bar kabri woli ya je ko atani ñan ko man do ko
hani o falante
no hani mama you give me the problem
o falante
this the problem no dama fo tewo dama fo kuma kawo ñin kenya mu woleti dama fo teya kabri Kombo is alpha ya je ko Ebrima mu political nyaton koleti ya mo political nyaton koleti ye mo fulo ya make sure ye Ebrima sama nan ila another kiamane si e kachata that was an environment it was actually created right so Ebrima ndaka dawo ndo foje wala nyuntu ko yem ko mole yam ko bay mo kita kam sa no ko yam ko mom mo ki kam menta de kam o mari le wulta fon e kata ba yako mo ki kam because na ko ikam mo yam ko ma fo
but how do you know that
no Ebrima ko yam ko bale mo ki kam bari ndam fo le nyuntu ko yam ko mam ndala lanno ko menta de Ebrima kam waya jele ko Ebrima ni to nyata do ko kele ano Ebrima sunte aje Ebrima du bulo mento atara yanko atara Ebrima ya ka tandala ko pour ani yanko be do ko has the chairman of West Coast region because Ebrima is also was Fonkolo Mati I mean selected nominated councilor Mati
you didn't miss his point, can I repeat?
Yes.
He said Yankuba sent someone to not to work as local regional political but for flag bearer position. Is that what you said?
That is it.
No,
that's it.
Some more.
Okay, next point.
Let me tell you something.
Absolutely.
The flag bearer issue, I know you understand. Ever since. Nimboko, nin ko yang ko for example ko flag yara ñun niya tom mo atata wala se fan ya fo let's me adama dum yella ala ba ko men ka ko yang ko bale ko ti ko pour yen support pour flag yara ko o man soto I can tell you the 100% ko man soto because na yang ko balonde because na lo nyokan andum mole me am ko na
So this is not based on evidence. This is based on historical
evidence. That's fine. And I know il a perspective sur le moment.
Okay. Understood. That is clear.
And I know il a perspective sur le moment. Right? So ako même photo, ça fait Ibrahima ko on fenati me ya lon ko woman soto.
Ite malala.
No, aman soto. Nde malala. Ite ko malala. Anu lenke ne ko aka même fo wala ndu aman soto.
No.
It's fine.
I stood by my belief.
But again,
right?
He's not standing by the belief.
No, I stood by my belief. I stood by my belief.
It's not based on evidence. Based on yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Anu aka même foko a statement of ala ka foko yangsla kuma kan ka foko manta talib ni talib to monta endos la o kuma kan fon yangsi of nyame nyame very clear yangsi kuma kan fon nyame whatever if so not ni ko même foko ka foko yangsi mo yes yangsi la but afu nyame is very clear ako na jiko men je talib la no continental. I am not going to endorse you. That's what he says. The way he's behaving, and it's going to be worse than Barrow. That's what he says.
Yeah, but what we want to make this clear. I'm going to resign or move away from UDP, or I'm not going to endorse it.
That's what he said. What he said is very clear. Yes, I'm following you to call. Talib be manya kan nyame. Abe manya kan nyame. It is going to be even worse than Adama Barrow. The near Kombo, the UDP. That's what he says.
Okay. Wow.
I don't know who move on. That's what he said. And that is something I believe moment now is going to say the same thing.
Okay.
Because I alone remember caring and I alone go na Barrow to remember na cookie on your na Barrow to whatever the member about Barrow in terms of UDP la code Barrow Jiko Melke. That is what is, and then the evidence of that one, we all seen that one. Many Kiamanu be resigned now. Particularly some of the executive members be resigned now. Be resigned now because these are people who are going to into the party's position or tally. Na particular position as the organizing secretary. And being the organizing secretary of the party, you are not only the mayor of KMC, but the organizing secretary of the party. Nintonya beje. As the organizing secretary of the party, on West Coast, for example, there is a chairman in West Coast. May I not go waste your counterpart? No, correct. There is a chairman in West Coast. May I not go Bayo, Talibka, ngam men fo wala ñu diko. Bayo, Talibka I want to make very clear. Talibka Sukro Mendi, West Coast. Akadi Mel Kasia, abakadi ala family le. Mel Kasia. Akadi na politician wala la. Akadi na politician wala la. Some of those politicians are even executive members. Akadi wala Ibrahima is an executive member. Keleng is the chairman. I mean, Nyambai was the chairman of Mataldi. Sirma Moon Fongo. Sirma is the treasurer of West Coast. These are some of the few people who are So, New for example, the corporation it as organizing secretary of the party. Because no member of West Coast before them. But I'm also judging based on what he's saying. Uto Sirvo Sonko the West Coast as the chairman. Ako Sirvo Sonko UDP Bula. And there is no chairman for West Coast, so Talib is doing things to make sure to consolidate West Coast, to maintain the base. Now we have a chairman. Now, and you are the organizing secretary. Now, I never maintain come. It doesn't take a proof. But it never take because you want to maintain the base of the party. Why you don't consult? Why it is a moment on the party structure? Let's make this very clear. Nkan no men go. Nkan no men for jam halan dila ni satoro ka anu jamal la be lamoy kan nalano ko ikawla moy very well and they will really understand that word. Ere diaw kan eko the history of UDP. UDP tariko. Eko itola movement oni. Ni atara eko to bitrayality. Eko nyanda follow la ko NCP fana. We are betrayers to UDP. What a misleading statement. What a misleading statement. Sirif Mustafa Adiba. Ado do ko la num PPP masakunda la kono. As the vice president. Sirif la do ko ma wole buduto ta. Ali jidli yamuta an buduto la. Sirif ya jako kule me yalo ko se conflict Sirif resigned. The moment Sirif resigned after Jawara Yata ayake ambassador in Brussels. Jawara Yata ambassador in Brussels. After at the formal resignation, Kabaka ambassador in Brussels, Jawara now recall as Minister of Economic Planning. So Kabaka Minister of Economic Planning, Jawara Yabai world. Determine Yabai. You may buy. I want to make I cannot from Munuto Yam Fender, may I long Mankati. Jawara Sirif PPP Sirif buy. Kabin PPP Sirif buy, Sirif Garana Kap NCP law. Par ñu malé bay ñu moma ñu bay and you can for Gambian ko wala ñu ko pour comme a coalition pour naka fu ñu whatsoever ñu la féro movement o ñu la ka ko be movement wala ñu ko kaaje ko mo ko kilim ito la fa don kaaje wala massa they don't want to believe in the party policy they don't want to believe in the party principle wallahi and I will repeat it again Ebrima Ceesay can member for Jang. If Talib is given the opportunity to lead this party, none of these people will say that against UDP. It can member for UDP may be. Wallahi, Niata, Talib is given the opportunity to lead UDP, be to obey for the UDP. But because they lose an opportunity, they've been floating for almost 4 years. No, sometimes I don't blame them so much. Because now, I know how hard it is. You go for a coup d'etat and you lose the coup d'etat. If you go for a coup d'etat, you lost it. You know the repercussions. Am I easy there? So I feel that for them because it had a coup d'etat. Ya kada sanyi nani eba kada ka. O coup d'etat yung alaman now baraka ko coup d'etat nto. But locally la coup d'etat nto be mutade. Me soronde ne bulen. Me ne bulon kono. Bari e man ku non kono. Il faut ya joko itol bitale. Because il a coulé dans mes laptara laptaka workshop nkoy ko na balawo be tarana ta be wala ñu ko wu mu fenn di me yalla ko ata soto ñu lakam fa data ta be mu wolati ya ñu ta menna anana jabiro kene men amon kili ana letero safere ana letero ay men letero bala and I wish he explained that one also here because I have reasons of resigning I will be letero in bala. We're talking about the principles of the party. What principle of the same principle you people are talking about here? It was those principles and those manner that your mayor was selected as the mayor of KMC. Others, Melialongo, they feel grief, they left. But he stayed because he took the position. And the way he stayed, when he was nominated as the mayor to select 2018, the way he stayed, and 2023, the way he stayed, I swear, wallahi, ne ataranum. Yatomo as the flag bearer of the party is going to stay in the party and you will stay with him. Political level, Ibrahim. Manga nyo jawdi. But me moment for I get tonyati, I can hack. Nena tonya for drum ibajelo ko more for less sympathy. But it is not because misleading people you feel like you will have public sympathy. It's not going to happen. Gambians are wise. I can call you for jam. That's why I say to someone, this movement, it could unite for change, or United Movement for Change. No! Nobody should call this movement as United Movement for Change. Instead, it should be called Divided Movement for Change. Because they divide from a party. You divide from a party, you divide. And I tell you one thing, if other political parties are very serious, you understand, they should not even count these people. Because why? These people, they already, already. There's a platform there, they have been advocating since years is how we are coming to come close. Because mo kunkilu ko jama sun dem na ka so na atole patio fara atole patio ko alaka ka mo unite alaka duma united atole ka duma united ni banko kan jam atole mo patio ko already aka mo unite. These people are not called unite. It's not you, I don't know UFC or UMC number. It's not UMC, it's DMC or UFC. The divided movement.
What is other point? Would you want to clarify that?
Yes.
Which is reconciliation efforts, at least personal and other.
Okay, so reconciliation effort. There has been a lot of reconciliation meeting. But how never happens in Ablaye. And this reconciliation meeting will be done. One of the reconciliation meeting, Mofala, it was summoned by Butch Shedikan. It was summoned by Butch Shedikan. Talib was there, Rohi was there, Yakuba was there, Landing was there, Lamin Sane was there, Kemosita was there, Bajamba Bojan was there.
That is after the flag bearer thing.
No, before the flag bearer thing.
No, the guy was talking about the flag bearer thing. I think that's what they're talking about.
Okay, no. So there were a lot of reconciliation efforts well before you could happen. And Kabri you call Fanantara Eketa. I had a reconciliation call them for. To tell you the truth, they the Makalam. To tell you the truth. The Makalam, I don't know men the kind of. But they understand the core. The party have done a lot to put the house in order. You can't put them to put the house in order. And you can bully me for
that is reconciliation.
Yeah, more. When I said the party
after the flag bearers, you are not aware of some of these.
After the flag bearers,
yes.
After the flag bearers, I was not aware of coming up.
But you were aware of the previous listings.
I was not aware of coming up for particular special delegation over in the Qatar. Coming Kataka reconciliation. But Nakeba Lunde, Milialonko, they were doing their own.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. Those are reconciliation efforts. Because what katakol,
so for in Talib Sida, no, for in Talib Sida, for Talib.
No, more for in Jama Sida. Don't follow what cable. Ila katakol, Purmunem, yes, and that's reconciliation.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yes, okay, that's
exactly. Go.
Immediately after from going. No, I is very simple. Go.
How many points do you have?
You said party man fail willing. Yes.
But Patio can't do more. I don't want to lie here.
Okay.
But now maybe I take Patio Takaram. I'm not Patio Takaram. That was a very good guest on Cook and Delty. Because I know I come over your Alai Chile. To reality, Alai Chile is somebody me is very close to the party leader. In fact, last time Barton you come from Kava, I got like a party because some party leader. Barton because never we are all from party. Move for guy. So I like telling these are people they're very close to the party leader. And then I never thought Namiro Koko will be party leader Bulala. Because chairman. Send the number of acting chairman decide.
Okay, so I think it's clear. Is this a good place for you to land? Just two clarifications also. MC Balaba. No, MC.
But I'm going to advise always. Smart. Despite me boom de nangu di mention ay name in the political mo sama parti ni dama advice lo ne mo soy wax bu de ko ni names so ne mbaj na something sar dañ ko dé fay mun lo ko pour any court fala transaction bi am sa serveur bi am yu kara so allegation
am nga
I was surprised bayo ak waxam bi yépp amul kenn kum o from West Coast ni ñu ngi doon fay gars from West Coast.
No, am nga let me make it very clear. Mbamba Issa, let me make that very clear here. Mbamba Issa, I don't know what. Mbamba Issa, I know myself, and I know why I mentioned Mbamba Issa. I know why I mentioned Mbamba Issa. But what you are saying about this, billahi, so come like about come I'm going to mention names, a list. I'm going to mention lists about the country-wise. What I need, but I don't want to. Your bounds as a politic is
but why single out Mbai? Why Mbai? You should not have mentioned
no. Keep more because
but since you were not going to mention the whole list, you should have mentioned me. No, wait.
I have to be very firm. Right? When I don't know what talent casual. But you know Ebrima. No, it's a kind of saying
you're the host. Take it
out. Yes, let's give it to the host now. Let's go.
My clarification is for clarity because man deglu properly.
I mu clarify.
For clarification purposes. Ki bama way fi sukuri and everything else ne daf ko jox naka lañ ko waxate sa executive or whatever UDP people pour you distribute and all that thing. So I wanted to ask you because you have said here ne su nekkee ne loolu la Talib dee def lu ta Talib yóbbu ko si chairman who is his counterpart.
Wama ko yóbbu ko man lu tax informed ko.
What? Oh, okay.
This is my point. You
said why didn't he give it to the chairman?
No. Why didn't he do it through?
Okay, through the chairman. Okay, that's okay. Why didn't he do it through the chairman? No, it's okay. It doesn't matter. So my question, why didn't he do it through the chairman?
When Ebrima said that Talib was doing that in West Coast because of Sirifo Sonko, left UDP.
All this. It started great. We'll come to you. The time has gone. Just allow me.
Because I'm going to Sirifo Sonko West Coast. So Talib Mundan use just to make sure to put the structure.
You need to be able to listen.
But that does not
listen. No, wait. I'm not come back to you. What I'm saying is, he said it started off with his family that are in West Coast. And then it grew because people were making demands. And then it got the politicians. That's where he started. And when Sirifo left, he had to step in to feed the party and maintain and sustain. That was clear, I think, if I'm wrong, right? So now my question is, you had said, if Ebrima's assertion is anything to go by, why didn't Talib do it through the chairman, who is his counterpart? Am I right? You said it.
Yeah, okay, yes. Let me take it the way you take it now.
No, correct me. I want to make sure
through the chairman.
Through the chairman, that's what it is, because you corrected me. I said, take it to the chairman. You said, no, not to the chairman, but through the chairman.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So my question here is, because he's talked about Dabo also giving them sugar, right?
Yeah.
To distribute.
Yeah.
Does that sugar go through the chairman?
Okay.
That's the question. Based on your awareness of what you know. Because it seems like Talib takes sugar, Dabo himself takes sugar in their own names, right? And all of them comes to you, the politicians, you distribute it. Now, I just want, for the sake of clarity, you accept that Talib takes sugar, Dabo takes sugar, but you're saying Talib should have grown it through the chairman.
According to the assertion.
No. According
to what Ebrima have said. No. Ebrima, I'm going to be what brought the name of Sirifo Sonko in, if it is not politics? No. What brought the name of Sirifo Sonko in? No. What I'm saying. Okay. No. What I'm saying is very simple. What brought the name?
I've withdrawn. Let's leave it at that.
No. I can come.
No, it's okay. For the sake of time.
No, but I want to respond.
For the sake of time, you ask. I have withdrawn the question.
But you ask. No. You withdrawn. It's already there. I have to answer it.
But I've withdrawn it and it's already there.
No, the question. Look, we
don't have time. I just want to move.
You ask the question here, it's very important and it needs to be answered.
And it's very important, but you don't seem to want to answer it. Now I want to move.
No, I want to answer it.
Okay, go ahead.
Good. I want to answer.
Go ahead.
Very good. So nga damu do wala nyindi ko. Na foko talib ka sukuro mendi West Coast kono. Ebrima na fo ko bes aka di nu jaro ko non ko ala family. Politician wol fanda na ka demand. Talib ya jeko West Coast ko mun West Coast la kiamano de Silver Sonko man taraje now talib is consoling the West Coast base. I will. Wala nan kaya ko ni atara wolem ela mo beke ko ni atara ayaka wala kama say minat na say already kiamano sorta already about kan without the knowledge of the chairman
without passing through the chairman. Exactly.
Or through the chairman.
Yes.
That is what I have said.
Yes.
Based on what he have said. According to Mr. Dabo Mr. Dabo now they call Kala West Coast Mayor Lonko, you need to inform, you need to go through the chairman. Sometimes I can't let him command. Sometimes I chairman I can't let him command. I go to the chairman and make sure I give information to the chairman. Mr. Dabo, now you Google in West Coast. So it can use sugar now element.
In terms of the sugar,
sugar come from Dabo.
Yes.
And they distribute.
Yes.
If sugar is coming from Dabo, they distribute. It was not to my knowledge.
Okay. That answers the question. That answers the question.
But what I know, that's what I have said.
That answers the question. Thank you very much. I think that's clear. Boyden, take it away.
You put me in a very good position.
I mean, you have to speak the...
Okay.
Whoever it may favor, you have to speak.
Yes, so he obviously had some jottings, I believe. Yeah. Yes. So yes. That is it. I know it's time, but that's the fair thing to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Just do some clarification or rebuttals quickly because we have run out of time really, so that Bojan can come. We close the program.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Starting with the Piran ward, which is the Chloro project, the health center. Aku ni naranyami. Honorable Deba Mimbiji as the councillor, atele nata kwenye ko, the 500,000 disbursement okele. Ako anu 500,000 I feel like I assembled black killings to make that impact. So I feel kuloro nying I end up prioritize lale because ila health center ala fence 4 sides will be boitale. There is no gate. So donkeys and then cattle and then sheep will just flip-flopping. There is no security, I can say. And then found the entire structure needs some rehabilitations, the roof and all that, painting and all that. So another mean for ACO, we have to strategize this. And definitely I have to help as a contractor and as a member of the same party. Akonye, please, make a quotation. You understand? Ibaleko, 500,000 on ying, nsa thank you na akonye ko, but your labor don't charge us anything that will reduce our price for the fencing. You understand? A fence of more than, let's say, 15, the front face is like 15 to 17, then the one side is about 52
meters.
52 meters, and then back side is about 45 meters, and then the longest side is almost to 60 meters. You understand? If you have to calculate about all that, the rods, the blockings, the cement, and all of that, will
I don't think Ibama will move let's make this very clear.
Just wait.
No point down to Ndamafoko. Ibama
benefit. When I said
you are a beneficiary because I think you did the job. Ibama did not deny it was not the one who did the job. The money came from the council. The money came from the council. Either you did it free or not. But what I am saying, you are the one who did it, and then your commission make up for compensation.
But you said I benefit.
Okay.
You said I benefit.
Yes.
And when I benefit, I mean the money was given to me, and I went home with it. You understand? Or a chunk of money was given to me to just go home with it without doing the job. This is the question he is asking, and he needed clarification.
Without doing the job.
So now, not only Diba,
without doing the job.
Even Gunjuru ward.
I never see without doing the job. Don't say that.
He's just clarifying.
Even Gunjuru ward also came up with another thing, the same 500,000. So no quotation on yin that nga dealer. But nga dealer doesn't mean ko ndenya do ko kela. Mbijela dibala from ko, you have to do this. Because look at the fence. A fence of about 50 somewhere 40 somewhere 60 is a big fence. And we don't want all this money to go only in the fence and in the gate. We want to do the roof as well. And we want to paint the house as well. Ngai Simba Minkela, when you strategize. Mon min bije kuloro dingol min bije one man is late. He knew very well. Ko ngamin tamandi je. Labon nada mineka ngana dokula nge loju wala ya ntata ka fengol sannan wala balu ka sannan ka samana. Ya family. Pour nyin kamala wo fenso mu meseken an fenso kabin bakela. We did concrete pillars. Ngol loje. Pour nyin kamala fenso nyin akana boy comme ko wad akata nyame fat rek ay boy. Can make sure the 500,000, despite it's small, but we make sure that is give us something what we want. What be the whole structure, both in and out, nga be paint. Roof ko na dami be likan, nga corrugate also nga be falling. We went and buy new corrugate, new packets of corrugate. Musol la Bantaba de kasi dami for waiting, nga be falling. Ya family, nga be, and this is a very big house. Nga be falling. Sa nkabru waketa, iko gate fanan ko di ko. A try nyin ko sa topoto no nyam di ba be topoto na nga gate of an be fixed. When atinna wo 500,000 was able to do enough for the chloro. Say ni nara fenke what ala one so ning geology fund. Ngam fo jang. Nko chairman yanko ba nga file andung manke ko nga fa ko man. Mol baby siring ba fo kay. Mol minutara rano nga fo yi. Kombo is dingol be siring nga fo yi. Nko ko in terms of UDP la Karola. Nya jibe nyanda fana nyante mako elale ite mu UDP di want ne bo holo sin kafuta wala ye Marcelo kafuta wala faraba ibajele ko mbaful ko chairman yanku ba nyinkele bara kafuta wot MPP ko le bije bara wol ka nyine foko kafuta wot MPP ko mbi amara do ko la juboro wot the same day wol ko fo mbi amara do ko la say ibajele ko how can we say this is what UDP brought?
But look, I mean, Chairman, I mean, MPP called him. They decided to get a project. What they want him to do politics through the council. He will not do it. No,
I'm now referring myself to the law.
Never.
Because I said now.
Never, he will never do that.
You are very right.
They all get it.
You are very right that given the allowances and the allocations to the ward councillors, that's what the law says, and you must do that. But it's the same law that also empower you as a chairman to do your meaningful development in some other areas that are also part and parcel of West Coast. No matter fight. And Mbafoka want to mean baby sirine tulo bala. Yeah, family. And more minute around. So and then the other thing is,
and I tell you, he has built boreholes. In Kombo East.
I've not seen it.
And those money has already the development like within Kombo East. So that place is debunked.
Can you move to the other point?
Other places.
Please.
The evidence are there.
Fine. Now let me come to I had to call her. When you come to those with the voting rights, this is about 81 people we are talking about, and he's giving us 65.
Yeah, he said 65 plus.
Exactly.
No. I
said 65.
Good. I did not
but
say
it cannot be 65 plus when a figure is 81. This is what I'm saying.
Okay, so the UDP,
you understand? He could have better say 79 plus or 80 plus. But when he says 65 plus, this is arithmetics. 69 plus, then that means you can be like 70 something. Just at least go beyond 65 to be able to give approximate figure. You can be within the range of the number. This is what I'm saying. Now, when I say that, now the central committee, that's 60. That's 65. The region, the chairperson, the women, leaders, and all of that. When you come, is about 20 something. That's what we'll have to form, or 30 something. That's what we'll have to make the number of 81. But nin chairman or nin musunyaton ko miyan ko wala right to kata Africa referral ye wala falling ye modol kije waltata. And one model ye nate fanjele. It's just I don't want to mention the names from West Coast, but I could have give you 2 better names from West Coast.
No, let him mention them because
no, I'm not going to do that. There's no way I will do that. There's no way I will do that because we have no.
That's why I say it's not true. Because I can tell you the same central committee.
What's your next point?
The same central committee make Karavasongo election. The same central committee. Well, and it's important. The last from going. Enough more. So you see how misleading this is. And that's why I said give evidence.
No.
You must be born and give evidence.
The second.
I'm going to allow him to talk because you demanded that.
No, I said Karavana selection.
Election. It was an election, not selection.
Election bi sax.
Why hara MC bëgguma ñu def slow because loolu dafa bring topic te amuñ time.
Karma was the last central committee fonko.
Bayo MC
ni na ku gaañoo noonu naka
MC
It was the same thing. It was the same day.
That is
It was the same day.
topic.
It was the same election.
ni na
You see how the people are trying to manipulate people's mind.
ni na major consultation wala
Ntele ya fo wala.
with major consultation with chairman Yankuba. Lord Mayor always attend before and then because the West Coast ama Yankuba for number command. Another Juborole, another lateral. But the first thing he will do when he knows that today I'm going to this place or next day I'm going there or next week I'm going, the first thing he will do to make sure that he establishes contact with Yankuba to tell him, "When bunya damanga ko a farlamane bije, bunya lo kafa ko chairman de nyenda akakele, nyenda na ala jele, ya family, nyindla kari na Juboro program o chairman o ya tale member caring, I tell as an example, ntele form ngai chairman Yankuba kumandi pour ka faye, amana kolta. Nata bikama jawla kuma ninga explain nka ko mbala ba feni chawa no nyoka na konta nyoka nka but this is the message I have for him, please call him whether he will take your call. Yeah, family. But then I read Talib on the other side. Talib had been calling him frequently because Talib doesn't want to go there the next day. Adamo bunya diala bunya lo mian kanyenta diala, but it's not a matter of must. Bunya lo hormone bunya ko etole mo fa korda killing o dingolti kabru woketa ama establishment fano keta before coming. He tried calling. He called, he could not. Then he moved on. Another footer drunk, Chairman Yankuba Nara abandoned Nanji. But the initial intention is not that he was able to establish that connection or contact with him. He would have even go through Chairman and lead the
Talib informed Chairman already.
Yeah, no, he informed already.
And Chairman was when Chairman
came to my last day.
Chairman had a
when he came to my last day.
informed. When Chairman had a point. These people have nothing to say. They only came here because I mean last week. No. Now they want to come here and try to debunk. You cannot debunk. Now there is nothing I am debunking. I am trying to give. If you are coming to me, bring facts. Bring fact. Correct. Fact is very important. No, but bring fact with evidence. But you are unable to give evidence. And I give you evidence.
Yes, I have listened to both of you. To be frank with you, I'm in a funny position. The truth is this. Both of you have made very valid arguments. Talib has been promised, is not promised. Changes have happened to the nominating delegates and stuff like that and all the other developments. I think the party should have managed this earlier. It's a family problem.
Of course. Of course.
I'm not sure the party are actually done their best when it comes to managing this
crisis.
These Talib, Yankuba and stuff like that, these are things that could have been managed very, very well and it could have been controlled. So it's difficult for me to side with any one of you. The truth is, there is no tangible evidence from all of you. All we can do is our logical reasoning of actually what we think went wrong. And there cannot be a basis, you can stand on that conclusively, need more help. But I want to believe, saying for this Ebrima Ceesay, Ebrima Ceesay, is, based on my knowledge, is an authority in the party. This allegation, counter allegation, naming is not really healthy. Within and even outside the party. You see, as a politician, when you name that, I had a conversation with my sister Nene, and she told me this. Believe it, other politicians will not talk to you about anything sensitive.
Of course, yeah.
Because the truth is, tomorrow you can be on media and say, I'm not the underlying. So that is why the name calling, we will discourage it. But it was necessary for Bayo to come up with something, and it was also necessary for you to come up with something, just for the audience to have that fair whatever. But none of you has actually brought anything really, really conclusive that Nineketa. But I urge, in the best interest of Gambia, and I really want to believe that the party has not done the best of their jobs as far as this situation is concerned. I also want to believe that if you ask me, Yankuba had a mistake, to say, I'm going to resign, I'm going to do. Remember, Talib is one individual. But the party is bigger than Talib.
Of course.
That frustration could have been directed internally within the party. And I want to agree that, yes, Yankuba's pronouncement had actually created a lot of issues and tension within the party that could have been done better. Talib was paying people, that's Bio's assertion, and he has named people here. If Talib is doing that or was doing that, that is sabotage internally in the party, and nobody should encourage that. If Talib is doing. If Mr. Dabo has been given sugar and has been giving that sugar to you people, not chairman who was there. If Talib also does that, then that's not a problem. Except if there was nothing like that the party leader himself is doing at his own accord, according to the narrations that we have here. And according to you, it's sent to the same people, just like Talib also would send to the same people to distribute, not to the chairman who was there and not to this chairman who is there, as far as what you say is there. So you cannot hold Talib, as somebody who did anything wrong in terms of that. In terms of promise, I was not there. You said it happened, but I said no, it did not happen. If party leader had promised that, then that is wrong. And that is not what he should encourage to keep his party together, if he had done that. If he had not done that, and Talib and his people are the one accusing, they should not do that. What is there is simple. This Gambia is going to be here for all of us.
All of us.
Mr. Dabo would come and go just like other politicians had come and go. I will come and go just like many other politicians would equally follow. So what is there is, if you don't have this time, next time you can have. If also you have tried, sometimes you can give chance. Sometimes because of party unity. That's why for me, I am not kind of a fan as in politically I belong to Talib. No. When I sit on the platform, I try to speak my mind. I can campaign for Talib, I can campaign for UDP when the time comes and the necessity comes. Because none of us here wants to be there. But this was a badly handled situation. And I want to urge all of you, Bio and you yourself, and other UDP people, I think we should lessen this issue of Talib people come and sit and you sit and try to push. We need Talib, Talib needs UDP. Gambia needs both of them. Believe it or not, if Talib UDP work together and the coalition is built, then we have a bigger chance. On the issue of coalition building, the truth is UDP don't have a good name when it comes to coalition building. Talib could have changed that if he had the chance. Because Talib has no history of going into coalition and issues come up later. So it's like that side of it, he is a much preferable and better candidate. It's like Ezafal, Halifa Sallah, Mama Kande, probably.
Is it only Talib in UDP?
No, I'm not saying it's only Talib.
No, is it? I mean, Nibo Fala.
It's not only Talib in UDP.
So that basic thing, what I think, what is established, no. Because the issue here is Nico coalition. No, Nico coalition. Is Talib the only person may along go?
You asked me, I have answered it. I said no.
Okay, fine, thank you.
If you put based on history, Nadla time or coalition 2016, you put Dabo on this side of the lever, you put Talib on this side of the lever. In terms of the parties and people that will come for coalition, concession building, Talib stands a better chance because he is a new face. And they don't have a history of, okay, we agreed 3 years. No, but personally, I don't agree.
What about Suleiman Sao?
Yes, if Suleiman Sao is bought, I'll say yes.
So why grieve on Talib?
No, because you asked me about Talib.
Good.
I'm not saying Suleiman Sao is an old face and no. I'm not saying Ahmad Sane, I'm not saying Lamine Dabo. You asked me about Talib. That is why I said, from that perspective, he is a fresh energy. And it would have been much more convenient and comfortable for Mr. Kande to work with Talib if the party backed him than with Mr. Dabo on that front. The same thing with Halifa Sallah. They may say, they may not say, but that's the truth. Because we all have seen what history has for all of us. So I really need UDP. And that's why sometimes I'm frustrated with the party, even though I'm not there. Why do I need it? I know that I honestly, they are the church bearer. Luso, Abetul Abitania and everything. So I'm telling you for any other party. In fact, the opposition.
If you're talking about the history of a coalition, you need to understand the rules.
I agree.
No, you need to understand the rules.
The context is not the rules of the coalition. What we are trying to say is what we have seen out there.
The party lead. The party lead coalition.
Okay, it's simple.
Okay, good. So I don't know. I mean, how can it, you know that if there should be any coalition in this country, to be a successful coalition, UDP must be part of it.
I agree.
Good.
But that's why I say.
So, but Nina, why they want us to come with all our, support base or whatever, and other political parties feel like on the Fongo, it should be equal with all of them in terms of selecting a leader.
No political party said that.
But what is that? 2016 down for all monkey.
It's your political party.
I know how we won.
Okay.
I know how I was part of it.
Sifo, I understand.
Okay, so
when you come to the table, political parties will come with their.
I just want to make that.
What finally happened was
we always involve ourselves in every coalition talk. Good. No, I want to make that very clear.
What I'm saying is simple.
Good.
Other coalition together, more than the coalition, because coalition actually. We said after the coalition, there were trust issues. There were things that people said, okay, this is not what we agreed. We wanted this is what we told Gambians. No, that's not going to happen. So nobody here said UDP Malawi coalition or more for. Post-coalition, we have issues here. And it emanated from just one pronouncement. Now, if we want those same people to negotiate with same party, with same individual, they will raise the stakes higher than it ever were. So Tali would have given a fresher perspective when it comes to that. Especially if UDP backs him.
Yeah.
That would have been a nightmare for the ruling, and it was going to be a very big game changer for the opposition. That is what I'm trying to say. I never said UDP Malawi coalition or more for. So we are saying, finally, I cannot conclusively give anything because nobody is bringing concrete evidence, but I can tell you this for a fact. I want the opposition, including all of you, including Bayo and you, let us not go into this banter. This happened. The reconciliation for me, I don't think is still late. Reconciliation can happen and the opposition can come into a very good footing and save this country. Let's minimize. Talib said this, Yankuba said this, Baba said this.
No, Yankuba is that nightmare.
Jërëjëf Bayo, jërëjëf Bojang, jërëjëf MC, jërëjëf Ebrima Ceesay, thank you for your time. Be tentula be jayla kontanta bake and na miralu na jikiroko ite fama la jang. Anytime, we call on you. Hopefully you will give us your time to come back so that we can speak to the people. At the end of the day, waxtaan bi du pour ñun suñ xalaat bu ndaw lañ am ñu ñëw pour séddoo ko ak askan bi te yaakaar bi mooy ne suñ waxtaan fii nii yépp du suñ xalaati boppa li ci baax ngeen xam ne ci yàlla la li ci bon ngeen xam ne suñ matadi la ak suñ ñàkk xam ak suñ juumte ngeen jégal ñu ko waaye jubluwaay bi yépp mooy ne pour yaraate la jubluwaay bi yépp mooy pour jàngalaate la jubluwaay bi yépp mooy pour indi yokkute la loolu mooy jubluwaay gi waaye bu utee loolu kon foog naa ne amul njëriñ ngeen toog di ñu seetaan di jaajëfal ñëpp ñi nga xam ne ñooy seetaan plateforme bi saa yu nekk ni am ngeen solo lool ci programme bi ñuy am fii nii jaajëfal bi nag ñi ci gën a xaasal mooy ñi nga xam ne ñooy dooleel programme fii nii Friday bu nekk ajuma bu nekk njëkkee ci mooy Kër Faynda ñoom ci li ñuy yëngu mooy jaay ak jënd kër sampa right ko buba fa ka fo ñaame ika loro fanan kele ni lafita bung bung jango lora ni lafita bung waramamba lola itening Kër Faynda ye ñoje yita la office o le ye number ta screen auto number be kelaje ye call ni ye call dorong ila hajo afoye dorong iba make sure la ko ye la hajo jara whatever you want they will give it to you ñuy jaajëfal tam ñi nga xam ne ñooy APS ñoom dañuy yëngu si yëfi xaalis financial bureau financial institution lañ yëfi seen xaalis yónnee xaalis wécci xaalis si time bi nekk ni ne pour yombalal askan bi li nga xam ne loolu la ñuy def parce que ñoom tam dañuy seet bugg a askan bi fi mu gën a yombee fi mu gën a neexee ñu indil leen ko ñu am app APS app bi waaye ñu ne déet ñu indil leen APS wallet bi nga xam ne mun nga ko use pour def lépp loo xam ne mooy sa jaay ak sa jënda mun nga see jënda cash power mun nga see jënda ticket pour nawetaan pour any show pour lopitaan yi fépp fi nga xam ne ay jaayeekaay ticket la mun ngaa use APS pour jënda loolu noonu data credit phone credit fay pass driver lépp mun nga koo def si APS wallet app bi kon APS ñoo yomb ñoo oyof ñooy pour askan bi kon ñëpp nañ download APS app bi APS wallet bi pour mun koo use saa yoo leen xam ne am ngeen ay joxewante ay jëndante di jaajëfal ñëpp ñu ñuy seetaan di jaajëfal ñi nga xam ne ñooy crew bi fii nii tey Siré Sam Lamine Fat Sila coordinateur bi di Kassa di ko jaajëfal jël nuyoo bi nag teg ko si loxo borom kër gi mi Fatou Touré bu baax bi mu séddalal ñu ko ñun ñëpp di leen wax jërë ngeen jëf di leen dig daje beneen ajuma si waxtu bii nii ak beneen grand programme ak beneen grand guest di leen wax bye bye and it's from your queen Nena Freda Gomez.
Welcome to Care Madam Sanya, Borom, Sweden. This is another Care Finder masterpiece. Let me take you through it. The first thing that really blew my mind about this house is the crafted seating area just around the car garage. Amazing. And the door is soundproof and transparent. Man, I can't wait to see the rest of it. And now we inside. Look at the living room and how spacious it is. Care Finder, y'all always outdoing yourself. And we now at the kitchen area, and you can see me doing my flexibilities and the drawers are so spacious, and then they have a gas cooker. What else to see? Let's go. Now we're in the guest room. Look at how big this guest room is. Super big and nicely decorated. And they have a guest bathroom as well. Man, I can't wait to see the master bedroom. Okay, here we go. We in the master bedroom. Look at how big and spacious this is. And look at how big and spacious the master bathroom is as well. Care Finder, man, you guys are always doing it right. And now let me take you outside a little bit. Let me check my swagger up in this. You can tell I'm killing it on the runway. So now let me take you at the back. They have a swimming pool. My God, look at how spacious this swimming pool is. I can't wait to really jump inside, to be honest. And they have a Bantaba sitting area as well, so you can just chill and have a good time with family and friends. And then they have swings for children or couples. This is the right spot, trust me. And this house is just next to Care Madam Seka. Up your sleeves for our next gated community. What is this gated community gonna look like? Because Care Finder, they always coming up with this special, amazing stuff that we don't even think about. So I really cannot wait for it. So in case you're interested, you can just call 417-2215 for more information. And disclaimer, this property is not for sale, has an owner and not open for viewing. Care Finder is here for you.
Nyatimbo ntemu APS leti. Ndemu APS leti. APS Gambia le mu APS ti. Katun APS is 100% Gambian.
Bari nyatimbo ete ku furi mbala kentala ni. Ke nyatimbo ntari taba futu wola. At least ya fonte ko APS min kullo balbiji. Imo fon fonya fon ka fonyo ko ibina do ibodo ko APS jam fane mo fana fonya nyatimbo. Yo min fo enta sija. Ndanga moyro ko APS wallet isa ko do kinu. Min tata fa wuli muan ime charge fenna wala nta sindi ja
ako natimbo nko ko kabo transuto kata wala fa wuli muan ite fenne dola womu zero file bitun kabo wo 20,000 la ka sele sal ike tamuna ike charge mun fa abuka fensi
oui
1% da malam lati
wota yara gamen no be nyanta wala kana APS wala tele mobile ko do ki ibadi ngol
yajale ni APS kabrin nan credit ko to bari min kum mayata bet wala fa mo kas pawat din suto be during suto be dibining abe tema biti kol sonda ila APS mobile lo sika ni asika don ya safe da men ko fen ko atondi nawek ha ni oto je nyamen don tachi ama ni ama don abanta ila crash power isa hawasima ajibe free joriti je
oto mbaden gameno albe sito wulle fisiyata alnaleta APS wallet yela la mobile ko APS wallet ñaata doro barin koto nim fata do suko kon to
dañu be fono le mol ñala jam nim fata do suko kon mbafale
basi ti jembita ndo register jede kadu sa APS 100% namum
APS 100% Gambia 100%.